Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another episode of RPG Reanimator's It's Alive for Alien Chariot of the Gods. Before we get started, I did want to give a little bit of, or I did want to give a couple of housekeeping announcements. Number one, I can't read very well, and actually last session, Alex was right, and the overall duration of this trip is about 11 weeks. And the crew has been asleep for about 5.5 to 6 weeks. In the grand scheme of things, you're still kind of in the middle of fucking nowhere. But I always strive for accuracy. Now, when last we left off, the crew had awoken early from their hypersleep, as we just noted, a little around halfway before their routine shipping trip was set to arrive at Sutter's World. In doing so, they received a couple of bogus alarms about something approaching the ship. Didn't find anything until they did. After a little bit of an incident regarding the right thruster, the crew managed to squabble among themselves for a couple of hours until they decided to pull up alongside this great vessel shuddering through space. Popping their floodlights, they found that this is the UCSS Cronus, and has been a Wayland Corporation research vessel that has been missing for the better part of 75 years or so. Of course, it is company procedure to stop and investigate any SOS beacons and stranded ships as a token of good faith in case it were to happen to you one day. So the crew has docked with the main airlock of the ship that was bowed out and actually required a lot of cutting, so the exterior airlock of the ship no longer closes all the way, and began journeying inside. They found that the ship is largely at space sub-zero temperatures. Ice and frost has been growing on everything. The atmosphere inside is remarkably stale, breathable, but not pleasant. And in searching, they found traces of scratches of things like a wild animal had been let loose inside. Trying to cut open the doors to the cryo bay, Cham and Davis were found that it had been barricaded from the inside, in addition to having been sabotaged from the outside, while Miller, Wilson, and Rye went down to the main deck to try and see if there was anything that they could find from the main control center in the nose of the ship. They encountered a man's body who had unalived himself after something happened to him. It's still very hard to say what. And as they toured around the bridge for just a few moments, spying that it had been apparently firebombed and someone had went and let a little Dr. Blair with a fire axe on one of the piloting consoles, Mother came online. Warning, oxygen levels low. Warning, engine offline. Warning, navigation offline. Warning, cryopods opening in 3 minutes. As you all turn around, you can see that some of the orange emergency lights are starting to down the hallways. More active than it was before, as it seems as if the Cronus is waking up. And if I remember correctly, I told you that we were going to start this session with your new oxygen rolls. And Cham, your laser cutter is at 60% battery after taking open the cryo chamber door.
Gall darn. So do you want us to make those oxygen rolls
So
right
yes,
now?
if everyone could roll their air supply for me right now.
Still breathing easy.
I'm still at 4 oxygen die, so I'm good.
Okay.
I'm all set. No successes on that roll.
Is Wilson hyperventilating a bit?
I'm down to 2 dice. Oh,
Yeah, well, I'm down to 3, so not as bad as some people.
Yeah, it looks
I'm not
like
as stressed out.
Davis lost 1.
yeah, I lost 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. I guess he's starting to breathe a bit deeper. Yeah, yeah. Let's just hopefully we can get into this cryo run, and maybe they got an oxygen tank in there. Who knows?
Yeah, man, keep it together. Keep it together.
You're
Try.
seeing what looks like steam beginning to rise from the air vents as the heating systems within the ship are coming online, pushing new, warmer air, starting to melt everything inside. Rye, as you're standing in the doorway looking at the bridge while Wilson and Miller are doing whatever the people in charge tend to do, typically walk around with their hands on their hips and go, you turn around and see, just for a brief glimpse, it looks like a figure walking across the hallway behind you, wearing white.
I like kind of do a little double take, wipe my eyes. It must have been the oxygen deprivation I had earlier. Maybe I'm just seeing a little bit of things, a little bit of the side effects, but we're just trying to keep it together. It's still a job we have to do here.
Sure. What do you all want to do?
I'm going to examine the destroyed tech. Is there anything salvageable on the bridge?
As the reactor is coming online, it's a bit of a slow process, but you're seeing some of these screens begin flickering to life. Sparks shoot out from the one piloting console that has an axe embedded within the actual screen itself. You find that the commander's chair center, the glass has been broken from behind the center, but the physical console seemed to still be working. The second pilot station, the screen is dark and not flickering, nothing around in there. The holographic display is completely fragged. And the first screen that came on as Mother was awakening was the life support monitors. And it is blinking in red as you are seeing the levels are starting to improve somewhat. Right now, the temperatures are still critical and unsurvivable. But the heat is on, at least.
Can I tell Mother to run some calculations and on the analytics? If we let this recovery process continue, is it going to eventually be okay for all of us, or do we have to put in some work ourselves?
So to do that, you would actually need to go to the Mother console, which is
Okay.
up above you. It's on the opposite side of the cryo chamber for the Mother 2000 on deck A.
Yeah, I think I need to see what's in there.
Okay. It's just down the hall. You can start heading up the stairs to reach that.
All right, and I'm gonna go down the hall, and I'm assuming I don't know this, but is that where Rye saw the figure?
I imagine as you walk out, Rye has his back turned. You are holding a shotgun and maybe just a bit ready. Kind of, you try to wipe your eyes, and your hand just hits your helmet. You're like, what the fuck?
And I'm going to go past him towards that area.
You got a plan, Cap?
Yeah, I mean, I need to get into the Mother room.
I'll tell
Oh,
you
you're
what,
not going without me.
How quickly are you doing this?
I'm going to casually walk.
Okay. I was going to say, if you're going at a run, there may be a roll involved. But if you walk, trying to keep your breath steady because you don't know how long the atmosphere is going to last in here, you can round the corner to the junction stairwells. Actually, give me an observation roll.
You got it. Oh, 3 successes, but 1 panic.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your panic.
All right. I rolled a 10. I freeze.
This is appropriate.
And this first
Because-
level of all friendly PCs in short range increased by 1.
All right. As Miller is confidently striding, a man in charge, heading towards the stairwell, you freeze dead in your tracks. Because as you are seeing your footsteps that were crunching across some kind of just old growths and things, you see a footstep in the recess of the snow and frost that's melting, going downstairs.
And it looks new.
Yes. You would have known that just going up and down this hallway, there's a benefit of a doubt that it was from each of your crews you were going through. There was always that crunch, crunch that you could hear. But then, yes, no one has gone down to deck C yet.
So I freeze in place, and my blood goes cold. Not as cold as the emptiness of space. I just stop.
We
Eyes
going up to
wide.
see Mother, Captain?
Hold on. And I'm pointing at the footsteps. That's not us.
You
So
all
there's
can
crew
see.
alive.
They shouldn't be alive. You saw the condition of this place.
Well, maybe they have suits.
They'd run out of oxygen. It's been here for who knows how long.
At least decades.
Cham and Davis, what are you two doing? Standing in front of the doorway, you've managed to pry it open into the cryo room. You're seeing more of this. To you, it looks like steam is kind of moving up in the room, as it seems like most of the heating has been directed into here.
And we'd heard that call that the pods would open in 3 minutes. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, Davis, looks like we're going to have company here in a few minutes. Let's go in and I guess we better make sure everything's safe and sound for them to wake up. I think his baby's coming whether we want it to or not.
I was about to say the same thing, but I don't know. Do you think they could have adverse effects being under for 70 years? I'm no scientist. I don't know. I'm no doctor.
We were out for 6 weeks, and I felt like I had the worst hangover God ever made. So
hopefully they even wake up, give us some information on what's going on.
well, let's go take a look. See anyhow. See we got you. You got any weapons on you? I got a cutting torch here, but
No.
well, and
My
hopefully
weapon
they're
is a steering
friendly.
wheel.
Hopefully they're friendly then. Let's go. Let's
Oh
go
wait, no.
check it out.
I actually bought an M240 incinerator. I forgot about the flamethrower on my hip. I think it's a flamethrower. What is it? I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, you can maybe warm them up a bit faster.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, we do have a weapon. All right.
All right. Let's keep that at the ready. Let's go say howdy then, shall we?
Okay. As you both clamber over the barricade, it is somewhat slow going. I'm not going to ask you to make a mobility roll because right now time is not really of the essence, but you kind of stumble a bit. These suits are bulky. And you get inside. It is another round, soft, padded room as you approach this asterisk shape of the cryopods. You can see all of them have this layer of frost kind of dotting the exterior. It's beginning to have condensation pooling around it. One of the pods that you can see that's actually closest to the barricade, you can see the glass is cracked. And it seems as if maybe some parts of the barricade may have fallen and cracked up against it. There's a locker laying beside it. Taking your glove, wiping across, you see a desiccated corpse, not unlike a mummy, dreaming peacefully until the end.
Poor bastard. Jeez.
Huh. Probably was peaceful death.
Checking to the other sides. Both of you, I imagine you may be going opposite directions. Wary, but kind of wiping to see. You find that there is looks like a middle-aged man with some kind of a black goatee, a black woman, another younger male, very small beard, older man, blonde woman, and another corpse.
So 5 in total that'll be coming out of sleep, huh?
And you also notice the door to I believe it's the exam room, if you remember right from your little dot matrix printout, is open. It looks like this may have been where they got most of the supplies to try and barricade themselves into this room.
Well, while they're coming out, let's say we check on that other room down there.
Yeah. The atmosphere is safe in here for them, right?
You would know that Mother would prioritize this room first. However, you also kind of fucked up the door that doesn't close anymore. So we'll see how well that works. Miller, what are you doing? Captain Miller?
Well, I froze, and now I'm going to head upstairs. I don't want anything to do with whatever is walking around.
Well, don't worry, because I found this little bad boy, so I'll keep our backs watched as I, click clack the shotgun.
Right. I'm gonna radio overhead like there's something walking around.
Cap, this is Cham walking a what now?
There's something walking around.
A person? A thing?
Do the footprints look like they were from a suit?
Yes. They were like boot prints.
Yeah. Apparently, we're not alone.
Well, Captain, that is distressing news, but we definitely are going to have 5 more to add to that here. Trip and I made our way into the cryopods. Looks like we got 5 of them about to wake up here in a few minutes' time.
Is the atmosphere sustainable for them, given that the door was forced open?
Hopefully.
Because if not, we're about to have 5 corpses.
Well, unless you can shut down their life support or their unfreezing coming live, then I don't think there's too much we can do about it.
All right, I need to move. I'm going up to the mother room, so I can stop the pods from just opening up.
Okay. You can go, and I'm going to the opposite end.
I'm going fast.
Yeah. You can use your key card and press it into just any of the options. And this mother must have synced with your ships already because your access is approved. You can open up. It is a very similar room. Frosty, little lights are beginning to blink on everywhere.
I imagine I go past Shams and Davis.
They're actually on. Oh, yes. Sorry, Shams.
Cham and Davis, yeah, because I'm going upstairs to where they are.
They're at the opposite end of the hallway. So if you look at the deck A, they're kind of at the far south. You're at the far north.
All right. But yeah, I'm hustling because time is of the essence. I got to stop this opening process, or else they're probably gonna die.
Mm-hmm. So you can go into the mother room and start punching in essentially to abort cryo pod opening process.
Yeah.
Negative.
What do you mean negative?
Classified.
You have anything to do with this, Wilson?
I'm not sure. You kind of barged in here, didn't let me take a look.
Well, those assets that the company so need are going to die if those pods open up.
Do I have clearance, Mother?
Affirmative. Cryopods will resume opening after environment is suitable for human life.
Glad we got that squared away.
In emergency rescue mode, cryopods must open to prevent piracy.
Okay. So, Mother, can you run analytics to see when the atmosphere is sustainable for human life?
It gives a lot of the as it is clicking through everything. While Mother is running diagnostics, can everyone give me another oxygen roll?
I don't want to.
Hey, all that running made me a little short breath. I'm only at 80%
I'm
now.
still doing all right. I'm at 4 oxygen.
Bro,
die.
what the fuck?
Holy shit.
Oh shit!
Oh,
Oh shit!
Davis, how you doing?
I just lost 1, so I'm at 1.
Okay.
And Wilson lost 2. So
Davis, you
he's
all
at
right?
1.
Davis's suit is starting to illuminate red.
We're in the exam room, right? Medical exam room.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What do we see in there?
Yeah, are there any drugs? I'm looking for drugs.
The exam room is a fucking mess. This is definitely, you can see that they were ripping consoles off the walls, anything that looked like it was heavy to pile up against the opposite door. You can give me an observation roll, and Cham, you as well, if you want to take a look around.
I think I wouldn't be on the hunt for drugs, but I'd be on the lookout for anything else that might be of interest or
Sure.
could tell us what the fuck's happening.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, he's panicking.
I'd like to think that I'm like looking through the pantry, and then that's when the red starts coming on in my suit. And I'm like, fuck, fuck, fuck. And now I'm in more panic mode, whatever that means.
He rolled
I'm
a
frozen.
7, more panic.
You
Now he's frozen. Yeah.
Davis, come on now, snap out of it.
He's
Yeah,
looking for
get
drugs
right
and he's
with
about to
you.
run out of air.
Get right with
So-
it.
I don't know if we're playing it. Yeah, you I guess get 1 stress level because you're near me.
Yeah,
Sham.
Davis is
Oh,
making you
okay.
nervous as his suit is low on oxygen and he's just going, fuck, 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 where is it? Fuck.
Well, that ties in perfectly because I got zilch on my observation roll, so I'm immediately like, there's a thing that's like the plot to everything, but I see Davis freaking out. I'm like, oh shit, Davis!
There's writing on the wall, be
Yeah.
careful of the aliens. And
I
what,
don't see any
Davis?
of it. All I'm seeing is this tweaker freaking out with no oxygen. Davis, step out of it! I start slapping him.
Wow. Oh, go
Yeah,
ahead.
Go. No, I'm just gonna be sitting there frozen. Hopefully I can.
Well,
Hopefully
you know
I
that
can start monitoring my breathing.
the only way to reliably get back to oxygen access would be to run back to the Montero.
Yeah, I might. That could be a good panic move. That I start sprinting back to the Montero.
Okay, give me a
I need-
mobility -1.
All right. I'm gonna like say, I need air. I have to go back to the ship. And I'm just gonna run out of the room. Oh, sorry. Hold on. I didn't do a -1. Fuck. So do we ignore that panic condition?
Just go ahead and re-roll. I can't see it anyways.
Okay. Sorry. I forgot about the -1.
Oh, 3 success.
Wow. Well, whenever the fight or flight kicks in, the wiry pilot is able to kind of nimbly crawl over, scrambling over these lockers and things. And Cham, you are left alone in this room as he's muttering something about drugs and air that you can hear kind of intermittently over the comms. Vincent-
Well, shit.
Yeah, Miller, by this point, I would say Mother has collated the relevant information. The oxygen levels in the Cronus right now are low. They're at about, I would call it about 30%, what would be a usual ship capacity. And there is a very high amount of carbon dioxide. It would confirm that this is sustainable for human survival, but it notes a critical failure with the oxygen scrubbers, that it seems the filters or something would need to be replaced or fixed to get oxygen back to normal capacity.
Now, what
The
are
te-
the diagnostics for the filters? Is that something that our roughnecks can fix up?
Definitely. It should just be a thing. You've had to do this on the Montero, except it's usually something, about the size of a mini fridge that you need to replace. A ship this size may be a lot bigger, but anybody can replace the oxygen scrubber filters. It's giving diagnostics for the temperature of the ship, which is slowly increasing a few degrees centigrade at a time. Any other information that you're wanting for kind of a diagnostic output? The navigation systems are offline. Comm units are offline.
If comm units were offline, how'd they manage to send out the signal?
Forget that I just said that. It's comm units are in critical condition. I think that
Oh.
it would just be basically pinging only an SOS, but
Okay.
the receivers are offline. Mother
Alright,
says, "Wait, shit, sorry."
See, Mother doesn't make mistakes. She was testing me. Anyways, I'll turn to Kevin and say, hey, I need you and Lyron to fix the scrubbers so we can get this to a breathable atmosphere. And then we can stop worrying about oxygen so much. I would like to sit here and see what this ship was doing if I have clearance. Which I know I probably don't.
So you don't,
No, I know.
but Wilson does.
I will get out of the chair and I will gesture to it and I'll stay in the room.
Wilson's gonna be like, so you're gonna stick around?
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. So what do you want to know? And what does this get me? Does this get me any good faith?
Yeah, I think it does.
All right.
Is she your buddy now? Is that what she's asking?
No one said that.
Not rivals anymore.
As
Let's not play any games, John. What's the scientific data?
from what you can tell through
This is after Kevin's left, right?
Yes.
Oh yeah, no. Kevin's already walking away, muttering like, "Yeah, it's always the grunts who have to do the air filter changing, huh?" Heaven knows what might be out there.
Hey, you got a shotgun.
As you are going through what data is not classified. Basically, Miller, you just get a screen of just censored information, a bunch of zeros. Wilson, you can put in your key card and access and can see that the Cronus's mission from Wayland Corporation was launched in 2110 to a planetoid now dubbed LV-1113 in the 26 Draconis system. LV is basically just life viable. It's a categorization system for planetoids. This was not an established location. The purpose just lists research.
What were they researching?
Classified.
Now you know how it feels.
Well, when we get back, we can look it up.
And by we mean you.
Yeah.
All right. So there's samples. Locate the samples.
The samples for the research, probably in the science lab, I would imagine.
I don't know. There's no other. Is there another storage? Mother would know.
As you, as you're kind of probing along on this, you can see that there is an error is present on Mother is attempting to run diagnostics, that the science module it says error, and running diagnostics, science module ejected.
The whole lab?
Ejected?
Or the
Correct.
Scilab 1 or Scilab 2?
Scilab 1 is missing. Oh, no, sorry. The Scilab 1 and 2, this is within Deck B. The science module is kind of an appending structure that you can see.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, it is gone from the Cronus.
Interesting. I guess we can go to the Scilab then and see if their samples are still there. Is this ship drivable? I guess navigation is offline.
Engines offline.
It'd be
Reactor
probably...
startup initiated.
Can you tell it to stop doing shit automatically? I don't like that.
Mother's just trying to help us. We need to get the ship operational.
Miller, for that,
just...
you can. I will tell you that is not automated.
What the fuck? Wait, where else would... Wait. So someone in the reactor room manually started them up. Hey, we have an issue, I'll say over the comms. Someone's messing with the reactor right now.
How do you know?
They just started up the reactor manually.
Well, shit. I mean, what do you want us to do? Just run down there and see who it is, or like that doesn't?
We all need to get our asses down there to see what's going on, because I don't want anyone fooling around. Is everyone
Uh,
accounted for?
Well, Captain, about that, a little bit ago, Davis had started mumbling something about drugs and oxygen and
What the
began to
fuck?
ran the hell out of here like a I don't know like a some sort of southern euphemism. I don't know, just
Davis reporting. Are you in the reactor room?
Fuck no. I can't talk that much. I don't. I need to conserve my oxygen. He says in between very stressed breaths because he's running to the umbulus. I forget what we
Umbilicus.
Yeah.
the umbilicus. I'm just beelining it to the umbilicus.
All right, where is the reactor room? The reactor room is what, on deck C?
It would be
Yes.
on deck C, yes.
All right, let's all meet up. I don't like people fooling around with the reactor of a ship that's been
where you want us to meet up, Cap?
let's meet up to the entrance to deck C off of deck B.
Be a lickety split.
Captain, I need to go back to the ship and get
All
oxygen.
right, you do what you need to do.
All right.
I mean,
Wilson,
if we're,
it's not safe to go alone.
I mean, I also need to get oxygen. So if you're just sending people off to get
All right,
oxygen,
how about you and Davis get your oxygen and then meet back up with us? I'm gonna meet up with Rye and Cham, and we're gonna find out what's going on. I
right.
will ask how many life forms are on the ship, the Mother, before I go. Because if someone's moving around, actually, just in deck C, because I know no one's in deck C. No,
I need to think about this for a second.
okay.
There are 0 humans in deck C. There are 10 humans on deck B, 9 humans on deck B, as Davis runs across the umbilicus.
All right, I guess the three of us are going to deck C. I draw my handgun. Couldn't do anything.
All right. If you can give me just 1 second, Jonesy is begging to get let out of this room. I don't know. I think Davis is very good at panicking. It's kind of a skill.
I could say, stop doing that as the officer.
Just as long as you're nearby. So, Davis, for your 3 successes, I am going to say that that's enough that you can essentially scramble and hot-foot it all the way across the umbilicus, and you can close the external airlock for the Montero, take your helmet off as soon as the pressure is equalized, and start breathing in fresh air, and pop a pill. For
Soda
that,
bill.
are you just railing a pill off of your freezing spacesuit?
I
Your
have-
nose
I
gets
have
stuck a little bit.
I have a bag and I took it in my suit. As soon as I popped the helmet off, I pulled the bag out from underneath my suit and I do rail it off my ice cold.
I didn't realize how much of a problem you had.
I want to imagine that everyone has names on their suits, and then Davis's suit has a little Coke nail on just the pinky that you just made a little extension. Okay. For railing the pain meds, the other still hasn't really come off yet, but you can reduce 1 stress for that. And mechanically, if you just want to take 5 or 10 minutes to take it easy, you can pull another stress off for that time while your fellow crew members are heading down to deck C.
Yeah,
Wilson is going to casually stroll to the umbilicus to get more oxygen.
I wish this had luck. Hang on. I'm just going to roll real quick because this is funny to me. Okay, no successes. So yeah, it's literally you could take a gasp of fresh air in and bump a bit of your crushed pain meds, and then the burn. That's why you only relieve 1 stress and not 2, because then you need to put your helmet back on as fast as you can as Wilson is coming through the umbilicus. Oh shit. I need you to roll mobility for me real quick because your baggie was out in the open and it might try to get sucked out as the pressure.
No successes. Push it,
Wait,
push it, push it.
I'm pushing that. Dude. All right. Push.
Oh, one success.
You manage to kind of grip your baggie as all this is going on and hide it from the company rep. And you lost distress, then got it right back. So, congratulations, you played yourself. Wilson, you see Davis is kind of like, shit.
Okay. I'd slide
You,
down against the wall.
Doing okay there?
No, I'm not doing okay. Can we get this air repopulated? I need to take my helmet off. I'm dying in here.
Yeah. I'll close off the door and get the air going.
Okay, God, thank God. I take it off.
All right.
Oh.
And while 2 crew members are safe, the remaining 3 are all going to meet up just around the stairwell. So let's see. This is going to be junction A1 and then going down to B1. Cham, you managed to find some things in the exam room behind the cryo chamber. You found a couple of med kits as well as one unbroken syringe of napraleave.
Yes.
Honestly, I'm gonna need that.
Yeah. All right, Captain. Took a look back there. It looks like all them popsicles are still on ice until such time as y'all deem it worthy to bring them back up. Looks like we got five crispy critters in the deep freeze there. Funny thing looks like they tried to barricade themselves inside of there. Not sure just what the
there's
hell's
something
going
really
on.
wrong here. Well, we need to move. Something could be messing with the reactor right now.
What do you mean something?
I asked Mother about the life forms on Deck C. Apparently there is no human life forms on Deck C, but something manually messed with the reactor. We got to go down there now and stop it.
Are we getting paid for this? Is this part of the SOS contract? Because this is getting bullshit now.
If that reactor blows up, we're not going to do anything because we're going to be space bits.
I mean,
Well, that's bad.
fuck.
Also, is that nap relief?
Yes.
Captain,
I really need that. I am
out.
shaking right now, Iron.
Cap, you all right over there?
It's been a really stressful day.
I mean, we've all had stressful days, but I'm not the one asking for fucking drugs over here.
Well, I gotta say, we all got to keep a cool head on us if we're gonna deal with whatever the hell's going on here. So, Cap, you want me to inject this directly into your air supply?
No,
Or
I don't think I can do it while in the suit. So, unless there's like a slot.
But you do know that there is I don't think that there is some kind of a slot that you could Bioshock through your suit.
Drug
But
intake port.
you could potentially just like take part of your helmet off, hold your breath, and then inject it. It's still cold as hell outside, but the atmosphere is about the same.
How much stress does that usually relieve? All of it?
Nap
All
relief
of it.
removes all stress. Puts your stress immediately to 0, but if you use it multiple times, it can zonk you out and reduce your mobility score by -1.
No, I'll hold on to it.
Or your
I think we can
agility,
get a little more value out of it.
There you go. Please, 5 stress. That's nothing. I wake up with 5 stress. Big baby.
That's the academic life, I guess. So I'll take the nap relief, but we gotta go.
Gentlemen, looks like Rye, looks like you got yourself a little peacemaker there. Same with
He's
you,
got his
Cap.
shotgun. You've
Just
got
hang
your
off.
welder.
Yeah,
got my
I'm gonna let the
handgun.
guys with the shotgun and the pistol go before the guy with the welding torch. If you catch my drift, so be my
Jesus,
guest.
where the fuck is Davis?
Was that over the radio?
No.
Okay.
I mean, how long are we gonna wait for them? Are we just gonna?
Oh, we're just gonna go.
All right. Well, I follow by example. So after you, Cap.
All right, I'll take point.
Okay. Stepping out of the stairwell you can see that you see several. Basically, a hallway is across. Looking at your little dot matrix printout, you can see that there's a junction C1 at the opposite side, which should lead to another airlock.
Lyron, I
And-
need you to get your motion detector up.
You got it, Cap. 2 steps ahead of you, and I'm booting up the motion. And we're on deck C, is that right?
Yes, you're on deck C.
In the stairwell, correct?
I'm seeing that you have just left the stairwell and you're at a little bit of a crossways junction.
Yeah,
You can
yeah.
see where junction C1 is. The rest is just hallways.
Yeah, I'll power up the motion detector, and it looks like there's some storage facilities here.
Mm-hmm.
Might as well take a peek inside one of these here, just see if there's anything useful we can use.
All right, but let's make it quick.
So I'll power it up. I'll see what pings, if anything.
All right.
Boom,
So
boom,
as you
boom.
light up the motion tracker, you would know that it's only really able to just ping off of the hallways. You're getting that. Nothing. You
Cap,
can
no
give me a
movement
power
here.
roll on that device, though, or I can do it for you.
Sure, go for it.
Still good. You're doing pretty well at like turning it on only whenever you need, not wasting the battery.
Nothing on the display, Cap.
Let's look in storage real quick and then make our way to the reactor because I don't like what's going on.
I'll do one of those things where I since I'm unarmed, I'll tell Rye to level the shotgun into the room, and I'll open the door, right?
Got it, boss.
Like one of those kind of deals, and just see if
Sure. As you kind of hit, everyone can roll for their oxygen again, except Wilson and Davis. You're effectively reset until you want to go back inside. Cham, as you go to I'm just going to say you go to the left, and you can look into the storage containers. It's basically just kind of a button that you can tap next to each of the walls. The first one that you open up looks like it's additional tools and maintenance. You see a couple of bolt guns, cutting torch, and a maintenance jack in case you needed to try to do anything with Daisy. That's pretty common, or ATVs, stuff like that. Going to the second one, opens up and you can see that it's a little bigger than the first, a little deeper, and you see several drums. Looking a little closer, it looks like this is quinitroscyclotine, and I don't know if you would know what that word means.
nitrocyclotine.
Wilson would know what that word means. This is basically napalm on steroids.
I take off my helmet and light up a cigar in the room, and I'm like, I don't know what this shit is. I don't care.
All right. Anything else in the last of the
last
three?
room.
The last one?
Story of my life. Story of my life. All right, we gotta move.
All right, let's do it.
Captain, my oxygen's getting a bit low. It's down to like 40% now. What do you want me to run back and get more, or do you think this is going to be enough for whatever the fuck we're going to fight?
Is there a place where you could just plug in to at the air scrubbers to refuel oxygen?
So for this ship, since the oxygen level is already low, then it's kind of whatever is already here is what you would be refilling on. At this point, the only difference would just be the temperature, if you were to take your helmet off or not. Until you get the air scrubbers repaired, sort of fueling your suit up with the ship's oxygen it wouldn't really have any net good. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and it'd take a few minutes or hours to fix the air scrubbers, right?
Oh, yeah. In fact, as you're walking a little down this hallway, you can see your little dot matrix printout it gets a big drip that falls on it. And you can see that all of the frost and things is starting to melt. And the hallway seems very damp and dripping everywhere. There's like this gunk and mold and stuff that's clinging across the ceilings and the floor.
That's awful.
You can
Kappa, if there's oxygen here in this place, I mean, why don't we just pop these helmets? It might not be super comfortable, but at least we're not going to run out of O2 while we're walking around.
I suppose it'll conserve what we have at the moment. So yeah, if that's gonna work, then fuck it. I'll take some dirty air.
Sounds good, Cham. Rye, you and me, let's do it on 3, brother.
All right, 1, 2, 3.
Their eyeballs just pop out of their heads.
Ugh.
Jesus.
Sure
I'm
don't
keeping my
smell
suit
good.
on.
as you open your helmets, kind of the interior of the helmet fogs up quite a lot as it's damn cold inside. It's not space cold anymore. You passed that margin. But the quality of the air is down here, it is dank. It's like you Dutch ovened yourself, but then let it set for about 70 years. So, like a little petri dish actions kind of happening down in there. It is very unpleasant.
Oh, this is rank beyond rank.
Breathe through the mouth, buddy.
Oh,
Let's get this show on the road here. I ain't one for sitting around bullshitting.
As you're walking down the hallway, you are passing the air scrubber shaft. Down here is where you would be able to access it a lot easier. So you can, if you want, just peek through the vent or pull one of the vents off and see that the air scrubbers are kind of situated above this pool of, you can see it looks like a kind of a half melted ice cube. It's a big cylinder. You know that oxygen is made on these ships through electrolysis, as there is this big pole that is electrifying what is a big bucket of water at the bottom. It's where every water goes to and be recycled. Up above it are the air scrubbers, which are each, I mean, bigger than a person. As you're shining your light up, you have to kind of tilt your shoulders because you can't really pose the light that's on top of your helmet that well. The scrubbers are dripping this black, just moldy, gross stuff. It looks like they've been just caked with mold and grime for decades. It looks like there's shit growing in it even. It's just, yeah, these things have needed to go for a while.
Shit. Well, nothing we can do about that now. Huh? Let's head on. Let's keep moving our way to the reactor.
Sounds like it.
Making your way across, you are heading into catwalks. You can hear the sound. Well, now Rye and Cham can hear the sound of chains kind of jingling a little bit as the gravity is kicking on some. Looking below you, it's very, very dim orange lighting. The lighting is not very improved down here, but underneath the mesh grates on the catwalks, you're going across and feel that they seem steady, a little slick with all the condensation that is melting down off of it. Making your way above the vehicle bay and down to the balcony towards the reactor room. Wilson and Davis, what are you two doing safe aboard the Montero?
I guess we better go back now that we're full up.
I guess you're the boss, so I guess we should probably head back.
Yeah, I mean, we need to get that ship drivable, so we need to figure out why the engines aren't working.
And they're going down. I was in a little bit of a rush. They're going down to the reactor.
They're going down to
phase?
to the reactor. Somebody seems to have set it off manually. I don't know whether it's somebody who woke up early from cryo sleep or what, but there's somebody down there.
Okay. So we're gonna go walk down to them after we cross to the.
Yep, we got to meet them.
All right, sounds good. You want to go first?
All right.
I mean, I have the gun, so I guess I'll go first.
I mean, I think that's probably best.
Sounds good. Yeah, so I guess we will. I mean, do we have the map though, or does just?
Wilson is able to, since Wilson also has clearance, yes, is basically
Okay.
Miller and Wilson had clearance to the maps. I've been making the joke with the dot matrix printout, but effectively, yes, you all have copies of the map to orient yourselves on the
Okay.
ship.
Sounds good. So we know where we're going. So I guess we'll start trudging through, trying to catch up to these guys.
We should probably, go slow and steady so that we're not using up our oxygen again.
Sounds good. That was scary when I almost ran out. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I don't want to do that again.
No.
Okay.
So yeah, we'll make our way to the reactor.
All right.
As long as
People
nothing
aren't
weird
hating
happens.
Wilson as much this time. We need to change that.
I get on the comms. I'm like, "Hey, Wilson, get fucked." Turn off the comms.
And then I
Am
laugh.
Am I back in the group chat?
I guess we will. I guess once we're back on the ship, I'll radio to, hey, Captain, me and Wilson are back on the ship.
Sounds good.
Everyone's
Alright.
still doing okay down there? We looking good?
We're about to approach the reactor room. Lyron, what do you see on motion?
Pop it up.
So, Lyron, I'm imagining that you are standing about on the catwalk, going across the middle right now. It is almost a chasm opening on either side of you down to the vehicle bay. As you flash the motion tracker, there is something in this open space beside you that is kind of pinging on the motion tracker in the ship while the chains are dinging.
I turn to the direction that, I assume it's a 2D plane, so I don't know where it is on what level, but I at least turn in the direction of put it directly in front of me, the ping.
Yeah. So-
Cap, I got something that way.
As you're
Let's
looking,
be really careful about that then.
as you look to your left and to your right, to the left, you can see it looks like some kind of a small office is on the other side of the catwalk there. Or, sorry, so on your right, it would look like some kind of small office. And then towards the left, as you focus your motion tracker out, you're seeing occasional movement. It's like it comes and goes slightly, hovering at about the same location. It's a bit of an amorphous kind of, it's not just a distinct round ping. It's a little bit more of an oval or something. Shining your headlamp doesn't quite extend all the way out, but you are seeing chains that are hanging down. That maybe could be doing it. You're also seeing what looks like the track for a crane that extends out into the darkness.
Well, it's up yonder. It's looks a little peculiar to me here on the and I'll turn the thing off to conserve the battery too, as usual. And Cap, I say we either gotta check this out or we gotta get to that reactor lickety split. You know what I mean?
I don't like having an unknown thing just running around, so let's deal with that first. Whatever dealing with it might look like. But nothing should be alive here.
So then I think dealing with it will just be pumping it full of lead.
I completely agree.
So you're just going to start shooting in the dark?
No,
Oh, we're gonna walk up to it.
You can't.
Oh, because it's hanging above.
You are just on a catwalk,
alright,
and it
understood.
is kind of open space that it's above the garage, basically. So it's something that would have to be hanging. You are
Oh, that's
looking,
lovely.
and I think
Yeah. Cap, you want me to get over there into the cargo office? Maybe I can see if I can get the controls working for that crane overhead. Might move it around, dislodge something, whatever's hanging on that ceiling there.
In that case, let's just head to the reactor.
You're the boss.
Yeah.
all right. As you both make your way across, there's a bit of a balcony, and you need to kind of catty corner to walk your way around to this junction. You see there's maintenance shafts. You're passing junction C2. On your way, you're noticing that some of the ice and growths and stuff are kind of melting and dripping around all around you. This place feels almost like a cave down here in the absence of light, mostly being able to see through your lamps. You notice that there's something on the ground, kind of this growth. It looks like a trash or mold or something. It looks like kind of just like a cluster of bird eggs sitting in a corner.
Yeah, let's not touch that.
Yeah. That's good to know that that's there, though. Hey, Junction C2 leads all the way up to the cryopod area, right?
It would open back up at deck B. It looks like the main stairwell, or what's going to be, so it's just labeled as junction A1 on deck A, but then it's kind of just B1, then down to the stairwell is your main point of egress across.
Okay. I wasn't sure if we could tell Wilson and Davis to come and meet us at this junction by just coming straight down. You know what I mean?
Well, and speaking of that, I actually did want to say to Davis, I think we should probably go to the science lab first. I just wanted to see whether what they were doing here is intact and what they were doing here.
Okay. Sure. Sounds good.
And looking at the map there, it seems like we can maybe take a little beeline.
Taking a beeline down to the science lab.
Wait, so Wilson, what type of work do they do in like most science labs? Do they do like pharmaceutical research?
Maybe. I mean, that's definitely possible.
Okay.
I don't think that's what it is internally, but I know that this is probably motivating for him. Yeah, there might be drugs down there. I don't know.
Oh, I mean, I don't need drugs. I'm just curious what they do research on. So okay,
if there's living tissue, I mean, they're trying to help people. Maybe there might be some sort, maybe like cancer research. I don't know.
Oh, great, cool. Well, could be interesting. So yeah, let's go.
All right.
All right. So you can go back into the Cronus. Your suit is reading that it is about minus 10 degrees centigrade inside, getting a little warmer. As you go down the stairwell, take a left, passing the Wayland corporate suite, passing the living area. This place is a complete shit show. All of the furniture is ripped, stained, varying. I mean, everything is just kind of a moldy black at this point. This place had plants once, actual real plants that would have needed their own water supply and UV lighting and things. Everything is tipped over, everything's ruined. You need to pass. You see the med lab is a little further on, opening doors along the way. Everything's opening with your clearance. As you're heading,
The corporate suite was open?
the
as well?
corporate suite, did you want to open that up?
Yeah, I want to poke my head in if we're going past it.
Okay, you're going to go past it. You're just more kind of curious, picking your key card in, everything. The corporate suite does ding and open. You see that it is. Well, I think the first thing that may catch your eye is the dead body that's on the bed.
Great. Perfect. Why is it dead? Is it self-inflicted or is it
God, you'd hope
other
not.
reasons?
You can go ahead and add one stress as you kind of
I don't want
slow
to.
down and have to take all of this room in.
Me too.
If you're going to poke your head into, yes.
Yeah, yeah, we'll move together.
Looking at the bed, there are feathers that are kind of actually defrosting a little bit. So they just look kind of this pallid white mash that's around this body. The clothes are frayed and torn. The chest is blown open. The bed itself is ripped. It looks like all of the furniture and things were smashed. There is a layer of ice on the floor. Bottles are broken, and even the couch, everything is slashed open. The rest of the bed is this kind of dried, brackish black color underneath it. Do you want to go further inside?
I think I would like to listen, see if there's anything in here alive.
That's the
Anybody?
bad thing about wearing a spacesuit is
can't
the
hear
main
anything.
thing that you can hear is your own breath.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I kind of do want to take a look in.
Okay. Walking further
I'm not going to take my
inside,
helmet off.
you see that there is this layer of shimmering liquid, varying shades of kind of a brownish. This had a wet bar in it, which actually wow, this room's pretty spacious, even by company standards. Wayland really treated their corporate employees well. The wet bar has been cleaved in two. It looks like something heavy hit it and broke it right in half. There are most of the decanters and bottle of alcohol are shattered or skewed about on the floor, though I think Trip just may kind of instinctively notice that there is a bottle of Johnny Walker Black that seems to have survived this journey so far. There is above the Wayland logo in the side of the wall also looks smashed, as if with a broad impact, as if maybe someone was thrown into it. The body is desiccated with the just deep freeze of space. All of the liquid would have caused everything to freeze, then burst back out. Have you had any real experience or whatnot around weapons or bodies, you or Davis, looking at it?
I would not think so. No.
I
I have a bit of medical experience, but not, I wouldn't imagine,
have
in
range
field.
combat. I have range combat skill and a little bit of medical skill.
Between the two of you, I think that you may be able to kind of chat a bit back and forth, be like, what the hell was that? What could do that? And whatnot. And maybe it's the markings beside on the headboard of the bed that are pockmarked. But you reason that it looks like this figure had their chest blown in by a shotgun a couple of times.
Maybe a mutiny.
That's what they do to company men that are too mean, Wilson.
I'm not mean. You can
Obviously
keep that
not,
Johnny
'cause-
Walker if you want.
Oh, wow. Okay. Thank you. You're such a sport, Wilson.
I won't tell anyone. That
Standing
one's on me.
standing beside the bed, the both of you can give me an observation roll in here.
Jesus.
Oh. I had was that 4 successes?
Yeah, that's another stress panic for Davis.
God damn it.
Is that nervous twitch again or trembling?
No, so we are now
It's
going
scream.
to scream. I'm dropping the bottle of Johnny Walker.
God damn it.
You're backing up and just kind of looking at this body. You don't like this. You don't want to be here. And as you're backing up into just further into this space, something drapes over your arm or over your shoulder that you can see just out of the corner of your eye. And Wilson, Davis' scream is filling the speakers of your suit.
And it seems like I have to make a panic roll. Not to
Let's
be
go
the
ahead
one
and
to
do that.
give myself homework, but
Yes.
Oh wait, but they don't hear the scream, so because of the spacesuit.
What I'm imagining is that now Davis and Wilson were both on just a private channel to talk amongst themselves. So yeah,
Right.
Wilson's
were
got
talking.
it, but it was not on a group chat.
it's just a D6, right?
Yes,
Sorry.
D6 plus your current stress level.
Oh, great.
The cool thing about Scream is you reduce your stress by 1 for the person who screams.
Then add a stress because you just lost a bottle of Johnny Walker.
No way. Really?
It's actually Johnny Walker
5.
Blue.
5. These fucking grunts. As you turn the volume down while Davis is screaming. Miller, Cham, and Rye, as you are making your way across this catwalk, you are passing the coolant tanks for the reactor. And it seems that the tanks themselves are working in full order. Everything is kind of thawing off and beginning to wrap up. Maybe as you have your head turned, where the main light is directly in your field of vision, you have to turn like Batman. You notice that there is another light, a blue light that's shining from the end of the hallway, from the reactor relay control room.
Have you seen that?
I'll raise my gun. Who is that? Is that coming from someone? Someone's suit?
It's not moving.
That's a reactor firing up. These old, they have what in these things? Old fission reactors, I think?
What is it programmed to do manually? As we
Station
head
like
over to the
this?
panels.
I'm not sure it can do much manually, especially with the age of it.
Yeah, but someone turned this on.
You would know that Mother would be able to activate the reactor, but at the state of the ship, it needed additional protocols and procedures to get it going at full efficiency, because this was on very, very low battery power. As you are looking, you see that the access control panel is open and active.
Like when you say open, you mean like wires exposed?
No, it's just more. Let me describe the room, because there are a few other details that are going to be very important.
So this is the reactor relay control room, right?
Yes, as you walk with your gun raised to this reactor relay control room, you turn quick, ready to shoot. And you see just this glow is coming from an exposed blue screen where it has keyboard controls and things underneath it. The safety panel is open. And let's say for dramatic purposes, it's even kind of wobbling a little bit. The room itself is only lit by this blue glow, as the orange emergency lights don't seem to be on in here. They may seem to be covered up, as it looks like something built a nest in here. There's furniture and trash. There's this kind of gunky stuff that you can see as your flashlights are getting closer, this kind of yellowish white wax stuff is caked all around the reactor, and it seems to be kind of covering some of the stuff on the floor. It looks like, I mean, you can see that's part of a chair, part of a spacesuit. There's a locker, equipment and things. It's all just clustered and almost glued together down here.
What the fuck is this, Cap?
What got on them? Yeah.
I'm not paying enough for this shit.
All right, fellas, watch my back. I'll head over to the control board, see what I can find.
Yeah, we'll stand guard.
Don't get any of that
See if-
stuff on you.
Good idea.
I mean, yeah, no, sure.
Might be someone still around or something.
As you are stepping across, the grating noticeably stops, and you can feel the ground is a little not softer under your feet, but you can tell the difference through your suit as you step in here, kind of moving around this pillow. It looks like part of a pot or something.
What the
Old
fuck
jugs. And getting closer, you can see that the stuff is hard as your boot is knocking on it. Under your suit, you can see the panel is glowing blue and says, "Access granted. Startup procedure underway." You can... What do you want to do?
Cham, can you see who accessed this? Check the logs.
Yeah, let me take a look, Captain. But whoever did it, whoever did it, they're powering up the reactor, so that puppy's cooking in there even as we speak.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, someone important did it because no one can just do that. Can you check the logs to find us a name or a rank
How-
or a...
Like,
let me see what I can do here. Give me a sec,
Yeah.
and I will start to see what I can see with.
I'll
Okay.
toss my key card if I need
base.
to.
I'll grab it and slam it like a Sega Genesis cartridge into the thing.
You destroy the machine.
Is Cham the only one that's going inside, or all of you just kind of staying a bit away from the icky?
Yeah.
yeah.
Rye, how you feeling without that helmet on?
I
It
mean, it's making me.
smells terrible down here. It smells like something rotting.
I knew it wasn't going to smell any better, but it's better than wasting all the oxygen we have, because who knows when I might need it later.
Right. Cham, even with Miller's key card, you're checking in for the logs. You can give me a Comtech roll, mostly just to see how much that you can get. You're going to get some information, bar none.
Got
There's wits. Oh baby, 2 successes, no panic.
Okay. So you said you were most interested in looking at who logged this last, and then just the engine status, correct?
Yeah, I think that's good. Yeah.
Okay. You can see the ID name is Ava for the most recent activation, AVA. And looking at the ship has 4 fission engines that you can see that their startup procedures have been activated. But their status for the connection to the engines, all 4 are apparently disconnected from the engines themselves.
I will relay that information off to the fellas.
You don't notice anything else.
Is this gonna if you're just heating a reactor and it's got nowhere to put that energy, would that result in a bad end?
No,
that?
so turning on these fission reactors is basically just kind of getting the generators going on the ship. But whenever I say the engines, I mean the thruster engines. So the ship is still motionless. You're still coasting along at about 0.04 of light speed. So a few hundred, maybe a few thousand miles per hour. Who knows? Space is big. Nothing to worry about there. But
so this is not going to have a negative effect.
no, just getting these activated won't have a negative effect.
But someone activated it for some reason.
Someone named Ava.
Right.
So, all right. So they powered them up. Someone named Ava made their way down to whatever this thing is, this layer. Powered up the reactor, probably to get everything online. Right, we're going to get power to everything: life support, air scrubbers.
Why now and how?
What have you? Well, I think the only thing that's changed in 70-some years is we've arrived, right?
Yeah, but someone just doesn't get up, especially if the chiropods were active.
I don't know, Captain. I tell you what, if you want me to keep cracking at this, seeing what I can find, seeing what kind of power options we have, and other things like that, if you and Rye want to take a look down the hall, I mean, they can't have. Whoever it is that was down, whoever this Ava is, can't have gotten far.
Right.
And
Right?
even if we can't find them, we could probably, at least Captain might be able to pull up a file on whoever this might be, right?
Yeah, I'll
There's
ask
gotta be a
Mother
ship
who
log.
Ava is. That's what I was thinking. Now, as for the scrubbers, how fucked up do they look? Is it repairable? Or no?
You will need to basically replace the scrubbers. It would take, in game terms, I think about a shift of work and a heavy machinery roll in order to get the new scrubbers. You would assume that they would be either in the storage or in the cargo bay below, and then replacing them on the thing. Just changing out your air conditioner filters, but in bigger space terms.
All right, now that we've secured the reactor, we know it's not going to overheat or anything, I say we work on those scrubbers.
All right, yeah. If you want, we can start working on the scrubbers now, and you can go investigate whoever this Ava is, if that's the
Yeah,
plan.
I'll head back to the mother room by climbing up the ladder to Junction B.
Looks like there was a whole bunch of tools in one of those storage areas. We can use them to get to work.
All right, well, good luck, men. Holler if you need me.
Okay.
Hopefully we don't.
As you are breaking apart about this far, I want to ask a couple of things. So Cham, one of the other things that you notice while you are down by the engine is that this yellowish white stuff is kind of growing on the reactor relay itself. It's growing on, or it growing isn't on. It's plastered on. It's growing on the reactor door. And just all of the other stuff that's around inside. You're having to kind of pick your steps a little lightly.
Yeah.
It's
actually,
hard.
did we get a
and
visual
brittle.
into the reactor room or no?
No. In order for that to be like you would know that there is an extremely high radiation within the reactor room itself. And Cham
boy.
should also know that there's probably radiation in this room too. And I've been secretly rolling for his suit to see if any of it is seeping through.
The suit with where I'm not wearing the helmet. So.
Oh, yeah. In that case, you can tick one
Jesus.
Brad on
Yeah.
on your character sheet as
Yeah.
you're feeling it a bit.
All of my hair falls out of my head in one single go. Goes,
That's
whoop.
whenever you look and you see the like danger radiation on the door right next to you. And you're like, oh yeah, if all four of those are running right now.
Rye, we got to get out of here. Lickety split. We don't want to be malingering in this room. If you catch my drift, there's a bit of radiation. But
Right.
but so you were saying, Lex, that there's all this white waxy substance caked everywhere, right? And
Mhm.
it's near the reactor door, the most of it.
It's kind of plastered all over the room. And that's as you're looking, you can give me another observation roll real quick.
No successes, unfortunately.
Okay. Rye, you can also give me an observation roll.
Nothing.
All right.
Well,
Then-
I think everything's perfectly fine here. I think we uncovered everything that there is to uncover. Let's get the fuck out of here.
After Miller has been like, all right, well, I'm going to go back up to Mother. And Rye, you and Cham are kind of shouting at each other back and forth. Cham, you go to start picking your steps through this room. And as you try to move your left leg, your foot is stuck. You look down and see the hand of the spacesuit is clasped onto the boot of your own.
Whoa.
Wilson and Davis,
Yikes.
Yes.
you are nearing you have opened the door into the science lab area. The first thing that you notice is this wave of decay, of reek.
What was on his shoulder? Did
Oh,
something
I'm
drape
so
down?
sorry. I had it in my head that you were there. So Davis is screaming his head off, and you can
Yeah.
see that it is it's something that's kind of wet and like slopped over onto his shoulder as you're looking. It takes you a minute, Wilson, to see that it is a dripping, sogging wet foxtail stole. That it seems as if Davis is backed into the walk-in closet and the company rep had expensive taste, but it does not bode very well in this watery environment.
So it looks scary when it's wet.
It does. It looks very icky.
I'm not the only person who would be scared by this.
Sorry, are you talking? I'll turn the volume back up. You're
Never
on
mind.
mute. Sorry.
Yeah. Never mind. No, I probably deserve that. We should probably get out of here.
Yeah. Let's go to the science lab.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now,
No.
as you enter the science lab, there is this reek of decay as you open the door, which you wouldn't notice, I realize, because you both still have your helmets on. So it seems very stagnant in here, but maybe you get a sense of the decay as there is this black, moldy growth that is kind of dripping and seeping down the walls as you open into this room. It's a bit of a hallway. You can walk down it. You're seeing pockmarks, bullet holes in the wall at varying heights. Taking a left, you're opening into the science sector. This may be about the time that Miller is going up this junction from C to B2. I don't know if you would actually see him, though. Do you want to check in Science Lab 2 or 1 first?
Whichever one comes first, which I think would be
It's
2.
kind of, you see, it's left and right.
Oh, I see. We're going down that hallway. 1, I guess, first, and then 2.
Okay. So, opening the door on your right to Science Lab 1. As it opens up, the lights are flickering a bit. It's the fixture itself is kind of dangling and casting an uneven lighting about the room. What you can see very clearly is this pile of gnawed bones and feces in the corner, making something like a nest in the back right corner of this room. You see that there is a, let's see, there's a decontamination area that you can see a little bit over to the right, but it's a bit hard to look at much else. You want to step further inside?
Does it seem like old or frozen over the bones and
Well, fortunately, all of the deep space frost is melting, so everything is just dripping and wet.
great.
I kind of want to get closer.
I'll let him get ahead of me then.
I'm gonna aim my flamethrower at it as I slowly approach it.
Okay. You go towards these bones and you see, I mean, there's not much that you can tell. You see some spines, some, I don't know, I guess that looks like a thigh. That's a skull. That is definite. I mean, one of them looks like a human skull, for sure. The other ones look like maybe some kind of animals or something. As you're walking, your foot kind of, I think Wilson may watch as your boot kind of sticks up from the floor like he stepped in tar.
I guess when my foot gets stuck, I'll definitely slow my approach. But,
Yeah.
what is the skull? Is it a big skull? The non-humanoid skull.
It looks maybe kind of like a gorilla. The front of it, the two occipital lobes look kind of human. There's the little recessed thing that's you've seen nose and all that, but the shape of the skull, instead of being round, it's more oblong. That like you may have seen video footage of Earth museums for animals, including gorillas and chimpanzees that have been extinct for a couple of 100 years now.
Yeah, I don't think I'm just trying to imagine of Rye, Sham, and the captain. Would I imagine I would take that skull and they'd be able to recognize it? I don't think so. I don't think we have any biology experts on the crew. So I'll probably postulate that, hey, it looks like a gorilla I saw in a documentary a few years ago. But other than that, I have no clue what this is, and I don't know what animal. If this is a pile of shit, I don't know what animal is pooping this big. I don't like this, Wilson.
Yeah, I think you better get out of there.
Wait, you're just standing in the doorway?
Oh yeah, for sure. Back to the wall near the
Okay, yeah, I'm
doorway.
gonna back up, facing it, still training my
Okay, facing
flint.
it. That is definitely whenever you notice that your right foot is in something tacky compared to your left foot. And maybe you have to rotate a bit to see. It looks like something is spilled and spoiled. It looks like a freezer unit that has the glass on the front has been smashed. And there's something leaking out from under it. It looks like some kind of mold and stuff has been growing in it.
Okay. Not it obviously not freshly smashed. It's just now that things are thawing. It's like if it was
Oh, wait, but
spilled, it
there's
was
something
frozen.
else in it. Something green, shiny. You look a little closer. I think it's someone's key card.
I guess if it's a key card.
Do you want
Hey,
to get closer and grab it?
I found a key card, Wilson. It's in this pile of ooze.
I don't. I mean, my key card will cover us.
Cryopods opening.
Wait. Oh, your key cards will. Your key
My
card
key
gets us
card
every.
should cover us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I'm not gonna
If
touch
you
this.
want it,
I don't know.
I don't.
I don't know if this chemical is gonna burn right through my suit. So
I mean,
I,
it looks
I
like you stepped in it. You can see your boot print is kind of hollowed out in a part of it.
is it, wait, what? It actually is burning through my suit.
No, you're seeing your boot print. It's kind of this black
Oh,
tar-like
okay. I
substance.
thought it hollowed out a hole in my boot. I think you know what? I am gonna grab it. Why not? I'm gonna grab it. I'm gonna fumble with my thick gloves, trying to. Oh, that's gonna be an embarrassingly long time as to try to pick up a flat card off of the floor with my thick gloves.
Yeah, I think it's kind of deep in there, and do you want to put your hand in the stuff to try to reach in and grab it, or just kind of traipse through to find it? Otherwise, it's going to be a long reach to try and grab it without falling over.
I'm gonna trape. I'm gonna traipse in.
Okay. Um, Wilson, from where you are standing, you can give me an observation roll.
Oh, okay. Observation.
And Wilson, Davis, and Miller can give me oxygen rolls.
Okay. Just as a point of clarification, that panic that I saw Davis do, I don't think I added a stress. I should have though, right?
Every friendly character who hears your scream must make an immediate panic roll. It doesn't say that you add.
Okay.
Oh, yes,
that's
you're.
what I thought.
Yeah,
Wait.
they're good. You're good.
Okay.
I'm still at 4 oxygen. Keeping it cool. Oh, Wilson panics.
No, I'm good. I kept
Oh,
it
you
together.
keep it together. Roll the 5.
Yeah.
Well-
one success, and I rolled a 5 on my panic.
I think that this makes sense as you are watching Davis just foam, foam, foam into all of this shit that's on the floor, and he's stepping into this mold stuff. It kind of looks like barnacles or something. And as he steps into them, Miller, you're climbing up the ladder towards this deck B, heading up towards the mother terminal. Whenever you hear over the mother kind of intercom speakers, cryopods opening.
For fuck's sake.
What are you doing?
So, since I'm on deck B heading into A, I'm actually going to stop at deck B and exit off the junction and get into junction BA2. So I'm about to go into the examination room in Cryo 3.
Okay.
The captain should greet the people and get a laydown of the situation.
Okay. As you go up, you can see you are walking through this examination room. It looks like it's been, again, just completely ransacked. Most of the stuff, as you can see, piled against the door that is open just a bit against the other side. As the cryopods have already opened, you see them up almost like the wings of a beetle that are just sitting there stationary. As You can't hear it through your helmet, but the faces of the people. I'm going to say that there is a blonde white woman that's in the row just opposite with the cryo chamber 3 that you can see. So her face is starting to stir and settle into a scowl.
I can't hear it, right?
You can't hear anything, but she's starting to cough, and you're seeing other people kind of stir around. One, a younger man, is kind of rolled out of his and vomits on the floor, milky white substance.
That's not too good. I'm gonna motion like this, try and get their attention.
As you motion like that, this woman kind of screws her face up at you and then starts panicking, backpedaling away. You can't hear her, but you hear her mouthing, "What the fuck?" and pointing, trying to scramble across the back of the cryo freeze.
I'm gonna put my hands up in a pacifistic gesture, saying I mean no harm. And then I'm gonna point to my ear and give an X.
It's going to it's going to take her a second, as like after she does this, you can see her kind of stop with her temple, and you can tell her head is pounding. The other guy hasn't really noticed yet. He's still dry heaving on the ground, but she looks at you, and you hear you more see her mouth like, "Oh my god, rescue, rescue."
Give a thumbs up.
She kind of gets up and stumbles and then hugs on your suit.
All right, I'm gonna say over the radio, hey, the people are up. I'm gonna get them onto our ship. So I'm going to kind of gently push her off. She can see my face through the visor, right?
Yes.
So I'll be like, give a come hither motion, and point towards the door. I'm going to lead them through the umbilicus.
As well, before you get started on that, as you turn your radio on to all channels,
Yep.
Cham, what does he hear? As this grip on your boot, you're beginning to feel the pressure build more and more. And now you're hearing this cracking as this suit that's on the ground is beginning to move and get up. And you're hearing this screaming sound that's building into a wail. You're noticing that the fogged up lens on the front of this suit is actually the top or the back of some kind of head that's beginning to turn and look up at you.
Whoa, that ain't good.
You can increase your stress by both of you can increase your stress by 1, and I'm going to need you two to roll a d10 and tell me what you get.
Oh shit, a D10.
I got a 10.
Roll one for me, Kevin. I don't have a. Roll me a D10, Rah.
I got you.
I don't have a D10.
All right, so I got a 10 and you got a 3.
Okay.
Okay. So
If I die, it's all your fault.
More
Uh-oh.
money for me.
3 is Cham.
Yep.
Oh, that's initiative. Oh. Uh-oh.
And Rye is 10. Well, this rolled a 1. So
Oh, baby.
I'm going to say that this is kind of bleeding over into its first turn as its grip is tightening harder and harder around your foot. Cham, you feel like the boot can only protect you so much as it is gripping to a point. It's going to try to take your fucking leg off.
Yeah. Yeah, no doubt. I'm like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit.
It is your turn.
Great. I immediately whip the cutting torch off my belt, fire it up, and I basically just like we did with the cryopod doors, baby. I'm hitting this thing on the arm. I'm gonna cut the arm off it.
In that case, you can give me a let's see. You can give me a close combat roll to try and you can give me close combat or actually heavy machinery since you're turning the torch on. I think you're better at that, so you may be able to whip it out a bit faster.
Yeah, heavy machinery, you say?
Yes.
Okay. Machinery 8, 9, 10, 11 dice. So let's do this thing.
Don't panic.
Yeah, really. 3. Ooh, baby. That that's 0 successes and 2 panics.
All right. Roll on the give me a d6 and add it to your panic. Tell me what you got.
I got a so I add my amount of stress. All right.
Roll a
do that?
d6 and add
yeah.
your current amount of stress.
Oh, got it. I got a 5 total then.
A 5 total, so you are keeping it together as you are like it's that classic movie thing where the torch is like you can't get it to actually catch. It's just starting again and again and again.
Shit. Now I rolled 2 panics. Do I panic again, or does that just?
It doesn't matter the number of dice that you roll as ones.
yeah.
If it's any of them, then it starts this panic roll cascade.
Well, then the last time I ran aliens for people, I screwed that up big time, so.
And Rye, what are you doing on this turn?
Yeah, I'm seeing this. I'm hearing the basically crunching of the boot and like the panic in his face. So I'm gonna just try and go up to this thing and headshot it. Just hasta la vista, baby. Get away from my bud.
Okay.
You say Austin La Vista, baby, because that would be rad as hell.
So I need to do just a dash of math real quick. As you were using the Armat pump action shotgun, you are going to get a +2 bonus for the gun, but you are also at a -3 for being right up against it. Since it's a shotgun, I'm going to say that instead of a -3, you're at a -2. So it washes out. Just roll your firearms roll. As this thing. Oh, okay. Oh, 9 dice.
Whoa.
Okay. So I got a success, but with my panic dice, I got 1 failure. But I have this trait, this talent, the long haul. I've seen it all, I've done it all, nothing surprises you. It says once per act in cinematic play, once per game session. I may ignore all, I think that's the critical fail, or the panic symbol from a single roll. Could I use that here?
You can.
Because I don't want to panic, I want to fucking kill this thing.
Okay. Give me just a second to roll all these dice.
Absolutely.
As this thing gets to act twice in initiative. Oh, okay. So you go up and blast this thing with the shotgun. You said that you're aiming at this weird ass head, that it seems to be just too long. It has. Oh, fuck. Okay. 4.
Kill it, Rack.
You said that you just got 1 success?
Yeah, just 1 success.
So you blast your shotgun into this thing, aiming for its head, and you see these pellets like pound into it, and they sit on the surface of this weird skin that's stretched too tight. And then the head continues looking up, and you see this deformed human face is screaming back at you. It takes its hand and then throws Cham, slamming him against the wall of the room. I want you to make a mobility roll to see if it hits you, since you are standing right next to it as well.
Yes, sir.
And Cham, you are going to take 1 damage for the initial hit.
I got 1 success for the mobility roll.
Okay, so it's enough that this thing flings Cham across to kind of splat him against the wall. It clips you just a bit, but you're able to keep hold of your shotgun and don't get knocked to the floor. Cham, as you hit, you get the wind knocked out of you. It's a decent thing that you don't have your helmet on because it definitely would have been cracked right now. As you go down to the ground, this thing and then reaches up with these two long ape-like arms and pounds them down in the center of your chest. Take an additional 2 damage.
Oh, oh.
Oh, look, it's its turn again.
Look.
It's gonna do. Hang on, I don't want it to do the same thing twice.
Just do it again.
Oh man.
Okay. It is, after pounding on you, this thing is drooling this Icarus black substance that's kind of touching. It doesn't burn, but it's kind of hitting your face, and it just feels so cold against your skin. And it is going to reach, and you feel it grabbing your right arm. I'm assuming that's the one that's holding the torch, and it is starting to pull. You feel like it's trying to rip your arm straight out of its socket.
Oh, fuck.
So let's see. Using. All right. I am actually going to count this as a contested roll. So you can also roll your. I think it's. What is it again? I'm just going to call it straight strength because you're more trying to keep your arm in.
Do I add my stress to this roll, or is it just straight strength?
You can add your stress to this, yes.
Okay. Come on, baby.
Roll well.
I did. I got no panics. I got 3 successes. So,
Good,
hell
because he
yeah.
got 2 successes, meaning that if you didn't get the third one, you would start hearing some popping sounds. It's enough that
Ugh.
you are able to you're grabbing your other hand and are bringing it closer, trying to keep it from ripping it off. I will also note it is doing this with one hand. Cham, it is now your turn.
Fucking hell. Am I near the? Are we still in the reactor core like room or whatever?
Yes, you are.
Great. Am I near the console by chance?
I would say you could kick the console with your foot, but you're on the ground right now.
Oh shit. Okay. That's not going to work then. I was going to try to open the reactor door and flood this thing with radiation.
It's hard to, I mean,
yeah.
it's kind of hard to think very clearly, but you know that you're taking radiation each turn that you're in here, and this thing must have been snoozing in here for about 70 years.
That's a true good point. All right. Yeah. I think that, did the captain take the Napro leave that I had earlier?
I think he
Napro
did.
leave doesn't allow him to go to
Absolutely.
sleep. Shit. Okay, I'm gonna. I mean, I'm gonna have to. It's holding the cutting torch. I'm just gonna try to yank my arm out and get the fuck out of there.
What I can say is that I'm going to say it technically has you grappled right now. So your options, so combat in Alien, each turn you get a slow action and a fast action.
Right.
Whenever you're grappled, if you want to try to get out of it, it is just a strength contest roll to try and break out of this grapple. You could then attempt to try and run away. Or you can also give me a close combat roll to light this thing's face up with the little cutting torch.
Fuck me. Yeah, I mean that's all I got. I'll try to close combat. I'll try to do close combat and get the fuck this thing up in the face like as best I can.
Okay.
But
Let's say
nothing
that
else.
dramatically, as you were like trying so hard, all of your hands were tensing up, that now the thing is, it's almost like a little butane torch that the blue flame is lit. You want to crank that bad boy up on high.
Wish me luck, everybody. It was fun playing with y'all. Oh my gosh. Okay. So I rolled 1 panic and 4 successes.
No.
Wow. Okay. Roll me your stress dice versus Yeah, roll me a d6 plus your stress dice. So I would need to make sure that you don't just freeze and lose your turn.
Well, fuck. That is a 6.
That is plus your current stress.
Yeah. No.
You are keeping it together. So I am assuming you're going to want to have those additional 3 die roll over for more damage as you're lighting this thing up like right in its face.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or you can show off. You can do a stunt and like do a little whoosh, like kind of spin it
I'd
around
like
on
to
your
do
finger.
it quicker.
Can
All
he
right.
spend a stunt to break out of the grapple? If he's already out.
If you would want to do that, you could, but I feel like
He's all in. All in,
hell
baby.
yeah. Okay. So just to clarify one more time that you rolled, it would be adding 3 additional damage to
I
this
rolled
thing.
4 successes. Yes.
4 successes in total, so plus 3. I'm going to say, like most things, the cutting torch does 2 damage. So this, you are lighting it up, and I'm going to say that it starts burning like right in its jaw as its mouth is just open, and you're seeing this tongue is almost as big as its throat. It's kind of rotating a bit inside as it's screaming at you unintelligibly, and you just start burning. You're watching the light kind of illuminate its mouth as it goes through its cheek, and you are pushing the torch in, burning this thing inside its own head.
Yeah.
Screaming more and more, and now this
Yeah.
black ichor is dripping on you, is sizzling just from the heat. It is still alive, if you
If it
can call it
matters,
that.
If it matters, the ME3 portable hand welder does 3 damage, not 2.
Oh, it does. That does matter. And
Oh, okay.
in certain game terms that will not be discussed here, I would say that it is bloodied.
Whoa, sick. Ryan, you're a commander class. Come on, buddy, you got him.
Rye, it is your turn. As this thing, its fist has let go of Cham, and it is rearing down to punch him now because Spaceman hurt face.
Seeing as he has his hands free, is there a way I can possibly help Cham up real quick? Maybe help him avoid that like giant like smash that's about to hit him down? Because like I don't want to see him get turned into pulp, and I don't want to run away at the moment, even though I am about to shit my pants.
Let me see what that would be. What I am going to call for that is I want you to do a mobility, but using your strength as the base. So whatever your strength is, plus your mobility skill, to see if you can wheel him out before this fist is coming down. I need to add 3 more dice. Ooh, this is fun.
Alrighty. So we got 1 success and no panics.
All right. So describe how you're going to get in there and try to pull Cham out from under this thing.
So as I have I assume the shotgun probably held up with the trigger on the right hand. I loosen up my left hand grip from where the rail or rack is, and I try to I lock arms with him and try and just shove him away, pull him away right before the blow, and just say, "We gotta get out of here! Like now, we're not fighting this thing.
We gotta go." As this thing hammers down on the ground right where Cham's hand would have been. And you can see that this yellowish stuff underneath kind of spiderweb cracks as if it's something hard like plaster underneath it. It is its turn again. So I'm going to roll.
Fuck.
Okay. It is going to wheel around and let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. Wait. I can't count. Yep. It wheeled. Oh my god. Cham, how much health do you have?
Not good. I've taken 4 damage. I have 5 health.
Rye, how much health do you have?
I have 4 health and I haven't taken any damage, but I do have a twisted ankle. If that means anything.
Well, I just rolled 4 successes.
Oh shit.
So rather than take one of you down to 0 right off the bat, which might be dramatic, I do think that it's fair that you're both standing right next to each other, and it is just going to clobber and backhand across both of you with this forearm that is nearing 4 feet long, that it easily clips both of you in the chest, knocks you back against the wall. Take 2 damage each. As Cham, it is now your turn.
Well, that's put me at 6 damage out of 5. So,
Okay.
how does that work?
I am going
can't
to
remember.
roll on the critical injury table.
Mm-hmm.
And wait, how the fuck does this work? And yeah, you feel something wrong internally, Cham. Like it's the way
Ugh.
that maybe you're closer to the wall, so its elbow kind of pins, and there is
Yeah.
this kind of sound that's cracking from inside.
Oh, that's not good. My appendix.
You feel like you're about to shit your appendix out. Things are very bad down there. And Cham, it is now your turn.
Fuck. But are we both still up or are we down?
You're both on your feet, I will say.
I'm gonna if I can still move, I am gonna grab Rye and Marines. We are leaving right now.
Marines, we are not, but yeah.
Shut that door that's on the way out if we can. Like just slap the thing. Get the fuck out of here.
Thank you for that. So actually, Cham, you are broken right now.
Oh, good.
You're not dead, but that did absolutely knock the wind out of you, and you are basically kind of on your hands and knees, just crawling.
I go, Marines, we are leaving.
And you can start kind of lightly crawling down this hallway to try and escape from the thing. Rye, you and it act on the same turn. So what are you doing right now?
All right. The situation might have changed a little bit. This is not looking good. I've got my best buddy on the ground. I've got this freak in front of me. I'm gonna give it one last attempt to see if we can both make it out of here, and I'm gonna like kind of like move backwards, but like maybe cover fire and just shoot one more time into the monster. Maybe center of mass, see if that works better than the head, because obviously his head is too thick.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Make your shot.
Okay, let's see.
And it better be very good.
Okay,
You
I have
can
2
push.
successes, but 1 panic.
Roll on that panic table.
Shot roll.
And I will note that not every success needs to be spent to do more damage. You can do certain other things with that firearm success. How's your
Probably
panic
like
roll
triple
looking?
it or
I got an 8 in total, so I'm not sure what that is, but not good probably.
Yeah. You start trembling uncontrollably as you are shooting in this thing, trying to backpedal, going back further and further. And it's not stopping. You're laying it into the suit. You're watching the suit begin to fall away. As this thing is going to actually, well, hang on. So
We cut to Trip and Wilson.
if you will use your second success to kind of push this thing off of its feet and knock it off balance, I will roll that will nullify what is about to happen otherwise.
I will accept that.
Okay.
kneecap.
Oh shit, actually. Do this. And, okay. Its hands were reaching up as if to grab your head like a very soft watermelon. And you are able, since it is very top heavy, to stumble it back a little bit. So that did not go off. Instead, you pissed it off and it lets out this terrible scream. And I need both of you to make a panic roll.
Got a 9.
You drop your shotgun, Rye. Davis, as you are reaching across this kind of pool of tar, your boot crunches underneath some things, this mold or whatever, just bullshit that's growing in the stuff.
Yes.
Wilson, the thing that causes you to freeze is that you notice that whenever it crunches, there's this kind of black stuff, like powder, that comes out of it,
spores
like spores, that they don't just open, they almost seem to swirl in the air.
like
Uh.
like a swarm of bugs would.
Something like that. But Davis has not noticed this.
Oh, sorry. Did you? I thought you said I saw it. Never mind.
No, it's Wilson saw it and
Okay.
they kind of froze for a bit. As Davis, you can reach down and grab this key card that is kind of sticky with this black goo.
You want me to roll for that?
No, you're just picking up a key card. Why would there be anything to roll for?
I mean, yeah. Happy times here in the spaceship. Yeah, I pick up the key card.
Did you say there was a decontamination shower in this room?
Yes, there is.
I don't think that's operational, but I don't think you want to get close to that stuff anymore. It seems like it's contaminating the air. I wouldn't take your helmet off.
Oh yeah. I guess when he says that, I'll look around and notice them in a fat clouds of
Yeah.
black spores. So
You can, you can like fan your hand. They just kind of disperse like some bugs.
okay, yeah, that definitely is unnerving. And then I'll head back. Do I walk by a safety shower? Can I just pull on it and see if anything happens?
Well, it's not a safety shower like high school chemistry lab. It's more of a decontamination hood for a sample. And Wilson, as
Oh,
you
okay.
look, you can see that there's something in it. It looks like some kind of a vase or something.
A vase? Like,
You want to get a closer look at it?
oh my god. I kind of do. I'm kind of interested. Does it look out of place? Like, is it like an artifact or something, or is it?
I would say it looks out of place because everything is that very corporate, sterile, off-white color, and then this is a very metallic base.
Okay. Oh my god. I can hear you rolling. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to get like too close, but I do want to kind of look at it. Because I am interested in whether that decontamination thing works.
Okay. You can move a little closer to see what is in this vase. And you see it is completely smooth on all sides. There's only one line that is around it. From within the decon hood, there's no condensation or anything around it, no perspiration. There are gloves that you can reach in to try and handle it if you want, or there is basically an entry access hatch. If you really wanted, there might be enough room that you could kind of cram Davis inside.
Oh, right. Right.
That was what you had mentioned.
Yeah. I mean, not unless he's willing.
I am flexible.
Do you want to decontaminate?
Yeah, I think that might be for the best. I mean, this doesn't seem like the cleanest ship, but yeah, it's probably good because I don't want to risk bringing this back onto our ship.
And
I don't
that's
think
when you're looking around the room and are seeing that you have been traipsing through quite a few of these barnacle type things on the floor, and you're seeing these growths seem to be condensed and congealed in this pool of, oh, I think um there might be more of those urns in that fridge that that may not be food that's leaking out of them. Uh but now as this ice is melting, you're seeing more of these. I mean, they're almost the size of bird eggs, like barnacles that are growing as this mold all across. It's on the walls, it's in the cracks down the hallways.
I think we need to seal this room off. I don't think there's any uh, decontaminating. I would like to get out of here.
If you want to climb inside and try to decon your entire suit, Davis, I will allow you to do so. Wilson
Definitely.
doesn't know what decontamination procedures do for research objects, so this all seems very reasonable to me.
I think it's probably best if we get out of here.
Yeah, they'd probably just bake me. So
And if you did want to decontaminate, I'd say get rid of the thing that's in there
yeah, I don't know.
before you do it.
I think we just could seal this.
All
We
right.
could seal this off. Let's get out of
Yeah.
here. And maybe this stuff will rub off my boots while I walk around. When I walk
Sure.
out, I'll
There was some dirt that's in that the one kind of living quarter space where they had the real plant, so you can drag your foot in it, like you've seen in movies where people have dog shit on their boot to try and
I
like,
was
scrape
just
that
about
off.
to say that's what I'm gonna scrape it off just like that after I get out of the room.
Was there a welcome mat in front of the science lab?
So that was Science Lab
One.
2? 1?
That's
One.
one.
Okay.
Is
And
there any
that's-
way that I can seal it off with my key card? Like, can I lock it from the outside?
I would say that would require a Comtech roll, since this is an old Wayland Corporation vessel that you would need to kind of exercise your privilege to do that.
Okay. All right. I'll do
All
it.
right. Yeah.
No. No successes. But no panics.
Well, are you on just your local, the two of you channels, or are you on the global channel?
I'd say we're still local unless we had a reason to
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
bother the captain.
You don't have anything to worry about then. You can shut the door. You're not able to lock it, but it's enough that you can go back in this hallway. And now, Wilson, I think that maybe your spine is just a bit more rigid as you're looking at this kind of dripping mold that is everywhere. And now that you know what to look for, you're seeing more of these little barnacle growth things all down the hallway.
So,
Do you want to
Wilson,
look
you
in
still want-
science lab too?
Wilson, do you still want to save this ship? Do you still want to pilot this out of here? What do you think? What would you think the company would want?
Yeah, I think we have to. I think there's some valuable material here. And
This, as it's dripping off my glove, is this the valuable material?
some of it, sure.
Or is
I'm
this
sure
gonna-
there's some research that could be done on it to see
Gonna
what
save
it
the sick
is, how
kids
it
at
could be
home?
used.
Okay, I don't know, but all right. I don't know. Just an observation, but I guess we can go check out Science Lab too. Maybe it'll be better. Maybe they're
Do you want to see what the captain's up to?
yeah. I guess because he was captain. How's everything going?
And so as you are turning this on, I'm going to say that cinematically, this is going to overlap as you're hearing Miller say, rescue, like rescue, yes. Fuck, is going over all of these speakers. And we're going to flash to Miller now. You can hear this over your HUD. The woman who is kind of looking at you, the man has looked up, he's also startled, but they're all looking at you and they seem relieved. They're delirious. They're kind of stumbling around. People are wandering across in the hallway up in front of you.
I hear the shotgun blast.
You're hearing now on general. It's basically everything that has just happened with Cham kind of screaming and grunting around.
All right, I'm going to roll empathy. I need to. All right. I'm not going to count the panics, but I'm just going to be like, this is bad. This is really bad, but I need to have these people who are right in front of me. I need to lead them to safety. I'm so full of empathy. So I'm going to give them a shaky thumbs up and a come hither motion to the umbilicus. And I am going to say, what's going on? Why is there screaming? Are you okay, Cham? Cham?
Fuck! Fuck!
What is that thing?
Davis. Oh
Yeah.
my God!
It's
I need you.
Ava!
I need you. I need you to check it out. I need you to check that out right now. I need to get these people into safety. They're out of cryo.
We're on the me and Wilson are on the other side of the ship.
They should be in the reactor room.
Okay.
Marines, we are leaving!
Oh, shit.
I guess we could get down to the junction and
Yeah, I
take a
guess.
look.
All right, I guess we'll check out science for number 2 later. We got to go help these guys out.
Okay, so you all are going to be booking it, and you're going to head to junction B2, which would lead you to the C2 junction, basically. So you're all kind of longitudinally. Maybe we can get a cool camera view of kind of Miller up at the top, then down this ladder, snaking
That's
around
cool.
to see Wilson, and then snaking back down to see Cham crawling on the floor, Rye blasting his shotgun at this thing that is reaching and stumbling for his head. For Wilson and Davis, I'm going to need both of you to give me mobility rolls and oxygen rolls for your suits.
To be clear, I don't think I'm rushing. I'm not excited to go down there.
Davis, are you rushing to help your companion who are screaming?
Um,
Oh God, we need help.
I'd like to think that I've worked with Rye and Cham for a while, and we're definitely more of the grunts. So I think they're like brothers. So yeah, I guess I will have a bit more pep in my step than the company man. So I'll roll my mobility.
Wilson is sauntering down there.
That's a 0 success, but I can push it.
Let's
You'd
call
like
it a
me to
speed
push?
walk.
A power walk, the Corpo 80s power walk.
Actually,
Are you gonna push it?
realistically, I just get there a little bit slower. Yeah, I'm not gonna push it. I'm gonna push it.
Okay, that's fine, because
He's not in a rush.
remember, you're adding a stress die every time you're pushing it.
I
Like,
know. Every
yeah.
time I have to click a dice roll, I feel like my character's just gonna die at any moment. So
That's the alien system.
So
I know,
we're-
that's the Davis life.
We're still doing
Um,
oxygen, though.
yes,
Yeah.
you both are still going to do oxygen, but I don't know if you're going to be there in time for a rescue.
Hey, at
Yeah.
least you're full on oxygen.
So full 5 is full, right?
Thank God
Yeah.
you're conserving your oxygen while you're here on the ship.
Yeah, both of them succeeded. So
Breathing easy over there.
So,
I mean, yeah, it's probably too late for me to push. Yeah, I made my decision. I'll live with it.
yeah. Well, I mean, you'll live with it. Miller,
Yeah. You're the pilot.
The
You need to live.
flamethrower.
let's go ahead and say that you have I think it's reasonable that you can basically toggle as speaker on your suit, because it's too much of a needing to play charades game, that you can communicate with these people.
Oh, that's where the button was. Shit. I can't hear you right now. Wait,
Oh,
or can
what?
I?
No, I can hear you just fine. It's, oh my God.
Oh, this
That suit is a piece of shit.
yeah, it is. You know, lowest bidder. Anyway, I'm Captain Vincent Miller. I am of the USCSS Montero, and we're here to rescue you.
That's great. Lori Clayton. I'm going to be the one in charge here. Wayland Corporation, top exec. I need... fuck. Hang on.
Oh, fucking wailing.
Oh, Flynn, do you have any? Um, the ship is. We've been danger, and we need a rescue.
Yeah, you're gonna have to actually tell me what's going on, ma'am.
Uh, there's an infection, and you need an injection. Cooper, Cooper. She's kind of has to stop, catch her breath.
There's an injection.
The young man. He kind of looks up at you. Uh, he's yeah. There's something that we found on the planet. It's they lay it spores like eggs. Um, we made an injection to counter it. The people went crazy. Um, that's why. I guess we lucked. And at that point, an older man kind of stumbles. He's still, the rest of them are kind of just in these white kind of underall PJs. An older man who's wearing a lab coat stumbles, his hand kind of hits the wall. He has these thick horn rim glasses. What, Clayton? What the fuck? Oh, are you. Are you a rescue?
Yes, that's right. Well, why don't we hurry on along into my ship? Because it seems like there's something going on. Not to panic you.
Why are you singing?
Oh, well, no one's singing.
Wait,
What's your name, old man?
that's Dr. Old Man, Dr. Daniel Cooper. Oh, good. Science officer on Cronus. I guess you probably could have guessed that by now. Listen, we don't have a lot of time.
I can see that.
We need evac to the nearest medical facility.
Yeah, we have a med bay on my ship, so why don't you hurry your ass up? Not to be polite, in the most politest terms.
Okay. As they're kind of gathering and ushering amongst themselves, you're hearing several names be called out. As Reed seems to be this black woman is built like a brick shithouse, as she's about 5 foot short and about 3 feet broad, and seems like she could topple you over without a second thought. Then the last that comes out is the scraggly kind of beard guy. He's mostly following orders from everyone, as Cooper and Clayton seem to be in something of a dick measuring contest for calling the orders, sometimes over you, to organize everybody to come out.
I'm gonna use my command, like, cut this shit out. Let's go now.
I love that. Do it. Yes.
Okay. Oh, I tremble, but I did succeed. No, I did not succeed.
The
Oh my
bad thing
God.
about having the speaker on the suit is that whenever your voice cracks, it gets very much amplified by the speakers. It catches those higher frequencies. So it's, you all need to cut this shit out.
Yeah. You need to stop it.
And so they're all kind of bickering amongst themselves, but they're pointing at you and gesturing. And it seems like you're guiding them towards something of a rescue. Of course, you all just woke up out of cryo not that long ago, so you empathize with how just hungover and delirious all of them are feeling right now. I am going to give a collective roll to see how quickly they can kind of get their shit together in terms of rounds. Okay. So it seems like Cooper is trying to shepherd them more to follow your orders. He says that you have a med bay out for hospital evac, and so we need to, like, okay, let's all scramble out of here and let's get going. They're stepping and beginning to climb over the whatchamacallit, all of the barricade that they have built up against the opposite wall. However, about the time that they are halfway up is whenever they hear the howl from the thing that is down in engineering. It carries up the junction ladder, maybe about the time that Wilson and Davis kind of get close to it and give that comedic, look at each other. They stop on this barricade and then start scrambling even faster to try and clamber over it. You don't need to roll, but I'm assuming you are just kind of sticking with them to shepherd them.
That's right.
Okay. Wilson and Davis, as you hear this scream, inhuman scream, echo up this. Actually, no, you wouldn't fucking hear it because you still have your goddamn suits on. Maybe it's on general, it carries through. Does not sound good down there. You are making your way down this junction B2 ladder. And what do I got here? Oh my God, so many pages.
Davis would probably go first. I would probably.
I think you would let Davis go first, yes.
Yeah, for sure. He's got the gun.
Yeah.
All right.
And the nerves of steel.
And
Mhm.
Rye, as you drop your gun at this thing, it is going to lunge at you to grab you. I am going to roll 6 dice. I am very glad that was not a hit roll, but yeah, no, its arm shoots out a lot faster than it rightfully should have, and is starting to try to pull your arms out of their sockets. I'm going to say one hand on each, actually. It's kind of pulling you out to a T and stretching you like one of those Stretch Armstrong figures. You can give me a strength roll to try and resist, but this is not going to be good.
We're gonna do our best. This is the worst work day of my life, and hopefully we get to keep our arms. Oh my God, we got 4 successes and no panic.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God.
Think of the hazard pay we're about to get.
We're not gonna hazard pay. This is part of the contract.
I'm gonna gather all of these up in one piece. I'm so happy that you got 4 successes because it got 5 on base 6 dice.
Boo.
As there is a popping, snapping sound, and you are more feeling these tendons snap inside your arm, Rye, as it is pulling. It is starting to rip your arm straight out of its socket. Roll your 2 armor for your suit, and I'm going to see if they can hold. If you get any successes, it's not going to be able to take your arm clean off.
I got 1 success.
Fuck yes. You are feeling it is like, again, you are hearing popping and tearing as it is trying to take your arm off, and your suit is the thing that is keeping it together. If you were not wearing it, bad news bears. You are able to hold it together.
I'm screaming as loud as I can through this pain. It's just pain at this moment.
Cham, I will permit you a stamina roll.
Stamina. Just straight. What's stamina?
Straight stamina.
Ah, I see it. Got it.
No stress dice.
No stress. Okay. 5, 6, 7 dice. 2 successes.
Okay. I am going to say that's enough that you can get essentially 1 action on your turn right now. Honestly, I want to just say it's a fast action, but I will let you decide. What are you doing if you are sort of up at the moment?
Oh, fuck. Yeah, it's man. Okay, so I'm up. This thing is holding Rye. This thing does not look like he's on his last legs or whatever.
I mean, Rye's on his last arms, but yes.
Yeah, he's I will back out of the room and hit the door shut.
No.
I will back out and hit it, and if I can, I will pull out my welder and like fuse the door lock shut thing with it. I'm like, oh shit. Use it shut.
So you're not able to get that far with it, but there is you sort of like crawl down the hallway and are reaching up and hit the door shut, like tab that's on the front. And you notice that there is a pair of shoes standing nearby you. Hello, hello. Are you in need of assistance?
He's in there. He's got Rye.
You look up and see that there is a woman, an android. Her suit is stained with this crusted white blood substance, and she seems a bit twitchy. You're saying he's in there, he's got Rye. She steps inside, or actually, she's going to need to spend her fast action to reopen the door that you just closed. And she will say, Mr. Collins is quite agitated, and uses her other action to get closer to everything that's going on here. Rye, as you are screaming, you are hearing like metal moving behind you. Someone is talking, and God damn it. What are you doing?
Other than screaming, probably trying to find a way out of this grab. Just, I don't know, maybe twisting my wrists a bit, trying to just keep the tension away from my arms being dislocated and worse.
Okay, I will ask for a close combat roll because you notice its other fist is rearing back.
Oh. All right, let's see. Grab all these. We have one success.
Okay. You are able to kind of twist and move your arm out of this as I need you to roll your armor for your suit.
Just one die?
2 dice. You still have
Two
2
dice?
armor
Oh,
for your suit.
Okay, yes. Sorry. One success.
Very good. It happens to punch on your oxygen tank, and you feel its fist kind of crater in, and there is metal crunching underneath it that would have been aimed right about at your chest had you not dropped out of there. I'm going to call that your slow action for the turn. For your fast, if you want to try to get away from this thing in Alien, essentially there are attacks of opportunity. And you will need to roll mobility to try to quick step out away from this.
Yes, we are going to hobble away from this, hopefully, I don't want to say unscathed, but with the majority of my limbs intact. Okay. I didn't roll a fail or a success, but I feel like I want to push this roll.
You can if you want. I mean, what's the worst that'll happen? It'll just grab you again.
Yeah, no, but I think this is an appropriate moment to try and muster all the strength we can.
What are you doing to try and push this roll and scamper away from this thing?
Basically, I'd like to imagine I've been like hobbling the whole time, because of my twisted ankle, but we're gonna pull it into overdrive, but it's gonna send me into a panic that I got 2 successes and 2 panics.
Give me a panic roll. D6.
9.
So that's that would be rolling to drop an item again. You are not really holding on to anything, but you are trying to scamper away. So what I am going to say for that is you kind of slip, or maybe you bump into this android that is behind you as you're trying to move. So you don't actually make any progress, but you're also not going to be triggering this this attack that's
Gotcha.
going through in there. But yeah, you are. Oh, look, it's its turn. And all right, I need you to give another panic roll as it is coming right up behind you and it's doing another one of those screams. Cham, you too?
I got 11.
I got a 6 total.
Okay.
Am I adding stress every time I make a panic roll? Like,
Not necessarily. It's just for
Okay.
certain things there.
then I got a 3 and 3, 6.
So, Rye, for this, you can give me another mobility roll to try and retreat as you are trying to seek cover. If I was a dick, I would ask you to high low if you were going to run further into the reactor room to try and find cover from it. But you are facing out, you are facing away. So, this is basically you're kind of getting a free attempt to scramble away.
All right, let's see. 1 success, 1 panic.
Okay. You're already panicking, so that's fine. It's a good thing you got a success. As you are scrambling away from this thing, you're kind of climbing over this woman, the short black hair, who is right in front. She doesn't really seem phased. She seems just kind of helpful. You go and see Cham is on the other side of the door. It looks like he's fiddling with his arc welder unit again, hopefully to seal the door after you had escaped.
Mm-hmm.
Cham, it is now your turn.
Great. So Rise out of the room, is that right?
Rye is out of the room. The other figure is currently in, kind of like right in the doorway.
Am I able to yoink her out of there and shut the door, or one or
I
the
would
other?
call that, yeah, I would call that fine, as your slow and your fast action, as you can kind of grab her by the back of the collar, pull her, and then hit the door.
Yeah, hit the door. Do that.
And you hear these bellowing screams as it is boom, boom, and you see the door is shuddering each time that it is hitting for this.
Oh, we gotta get the fuck out of here right now.
No, you
Rye,
don't
it
gotta tell me
is,
twice.
it is your turn technically.
And we are running. We're going. We're let's see, where are we on the map? We should probably start heading towards these catwalks and hallways and such, and just running to where we were, just getting out of here.
To the catwalk.
So you could, oh, this is going to be very funny. So heading out from this reactor relay, you can take a right and then head back towards these maintenance shafts and towards the catwalk and all of this. Or do you want to go into Junction C2?
Actually, you know what? Yeah, Junction C2 is a lot closer, so let's hobble there because I know that's a quick way up.
Okay. This is a time when I'm going to be a dick.
Oh boy.
Davis, roll call high low.
You're muted.
I just say high or low. I've never done that before.
Yes.
High.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Rye, are you going kind of through the junction or are you climbing straight up from it?
I'm probably in a very panicked state. I'm not looking where I'm going, so I'm just, open door. If there's a ladder, stairwell, I'm climbing it, going up it. I'm just.
Your
pressing.
arm is also super fucked right now, in medical terms.
I don't know if I'd be thinking that clearly. I'd probably still go this way because I know it's the shortest.
Tell you what, give me a wits roll. Because I
let's see.
feel like it would be instinctual for you to go back the exact way you came and to keep running at that same level.
Here's the- Alrighty. No successes, but no fails.
Okay. I'm going to say that you are running horizontally across. You kind of enter this junction too. You acknowledge that there is a ladder, but you are going back to the stairwell exactly the way that you came, past the air scrubbers and everything like that. Cham, this woman is kind of helping you up and asking if you need any more assistance.
Yes. Can we seal this door permanently to prevent Mr. Collins, as you called him, from escaping?
I see that you are holding a welder. I think that should be sufficient.
Can you begin welding this for me? and I'll hand her the welder.
And okay. She does not have anything in heavy machinery, but you can hand this welder to her. I mean, you don't fucking know that. She kind of picks it
Yeah,
up.
that's very true.
And heavy
What's
machinery
your
is
heavy
under
machinery
strength,
stat?
right?
What's that? Yes. Strength and heavy machinery.
What an obscure thing to ask. Okay, she takes the welder and then somewhat confidently starts kind of spot welding along the side of the door. She is not going very quickly. You could be doing a better job, but you are also like feel like you're bleeding out internally.
Yeah. I'm gonna get on the horn. I'll be like, Captain, Mr. Wilson, Davis, we got a real problem down here. There's some sort of freaky deaky ape man thing. It attacked us. It roughed me up and Rye pretty bad. Rye ran off screaming.
It's still there. It's still out there.
It's behind the door. There's a skin job down here. Seems to be real helpful. I'm having her weld it shut.
Me and Wilson are on the way down now.
And I think at this time, the whole reason for my asking high low and all that is you can go down the ladder, but miss Rye as he runs the opposite direction. So about the time that you are going down the ladder, you're kind of heading, and maybe you can see illuminated in the dark is this kind of light flame flicker across as you see down this hallway. So Wilson, you and Davis are meeting up with Cham. Rye, you are heading down the hallway. I need you to give me a stamina roll because it's really hard to catch your breath in here. It's almost like there's not enough oxygen in the air.
Two successes, but two panics.
I think you're not supposed to even use the stress dice on this.
Cool.
I could be wrong on it. I think it's just base stamina for just breathing, basically.
If that's the case, then just one success.
Okay. That's enough that you are, I mean, maybe it's because you had insufficient oxygen earlier that you may be a bit used to it. You're booking it up the stairwell, heading back towards presumably deck B or A. As Miller, you are kind of shepherding along all of these, I almost said refugees, but the staff or whoever that came out of the cryopods from the Crotus. They're bleary, they're disoriented. You're pretty good with people. I hear you're very empathetic, right?
That's right.
You notice that while Cooper, the doctor type, seems to be trying to stay in charge and help order things around. He seems helpful and, trying to organize. He cares for the crew and whatnot.
Like me, as I'm not helping out.
As you're listening to him give orders, he's slipping up and mentioning odd words every now and again. He's calling... It starts whenever he looks at you and says, Maria, we need to go. We need to dance out of here. And I want you to give me an observation roll. As the lights are starting to come on, the temperature is warming up a bit.
I panic, but I succeed once. I tremble again. Okay. Jesus Christ.
You might panic because as he turns to you, his eyes are bloodshot and his nose is bleeding. And as you're looking at him, what do you say? What do you do?
I think there's something wrong with you, man. You mentioned an infection. Are you infected?
No, nonsense. We made a vaccine. And his eyes roll back in his head, and he begins convulsing on the ground in this hallway. People begin screaming, trying to, well, you thought that they were moving to try to hold him down, but they're actually backing away from him. This man is seizing on the ground in front of you. What are you doing?
I'm kind of stressed out right now. I'm gonna shoot him. I'm just gonna shoot him. I'm just gonna take out my service pistol and put 3 shots into him.
Okay, so I will ask first for an empathy roll
Yeah.
that you're going to need to fail to shoot someone in cold blood.
And all right. If I succeed, should I roll this without stress? By the way, or with?
Yes, this is base empathy, no stress or anything.
Okay. I succeed, so I can't shoot him. So I'm gonna start doing first aid, or attempt to do first aid.
You point at your gun at him,
I can't
not
fucking
sure.
do that.
Yeah, not sure, not knowing what's going on. Cooper is yelling, "Shoot him! Shoot him! Fucking shoot him!" as you're going, but you just have too much empathy.
Right.
You can't really go against it. As you go down, he's seizing on the ground in front of you. With your gloves, you can try to shove them into his mouth and prevent him from biting his
Yeah,
tongue.
I'm gonna get him on his side. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like some kind of a seizure or something. And as you roll him onto his side, he coughs, and there's this splatter of blood a bit. And that's when you feel a pop. And
that's
you
his bones,
feel
huh?
something pushing against your fingers in his mouth.
Oh Jesus! I'm gonna pull my hand out, and now I'm gonna start shooting.
With a bit of a bloody splash, you see that there is a small, pale hand reaches out of his open mouth and up, gripping up his lip and into his nose. A second moves out of his mouth, and you're hearing pops and cracks as there is something in his head is opening out like a Pez dispenser. Blood splats across the floor in front of you. Some gets on your visor as this thing inside of his neck, his head, all of it begins pulling itself out of his ruined body. His neck is gushing with blood that coats this thing. It looks small, like an animal of some sort. And with no eyes, it raises an oblong head, looks at you, and with something close to a hole for a mouth, it gives a shrill shriek. You can increase your stress by 2 as someone yells, "Kill it! Kill it now! Before it gets away!" And I need you to give me a D10. So I need you to add your stress by 2, and then give me a D10 roll, Captain Miller.
All right, here we go. 4.
All right. For this, it lets out this hiss as it looks at you, and you still have your radio turned on to general exterior feedback, and it causes the speakers almost to give this shrill feedback loop, and you see that this hole for a mouth seems to open up almost like a blossoming worm that is filled with these needle-like sharp teeth.
What the fuck is that?
I need you to give me a panic roll.
Oh boy. Oh, I freeze. No.
Oh god.
As you freeze in place, you see that the shorter, stout woman goes up and tries to take her boot and stomp it into the ground as she is coming right up on it. Um, Jesus Christ. I can roll so good for creatures, but so bad for NPCs. And she tries to stomp on it with her boot, but her foot slips in the amount of blood that is still gushing from Cooper's open neck and stumbles a bit as this thing scampers
The
away.
fuck is that? Freak baby! And you-
It is running down the hallway for deck B. And what the fuck? Why didn't you shoot it? Why the fuck didn't you shoot it?
What is that thing?
I think that that is a great place to cut to Rye as you are running up the stairs. What are you doing? Where are you going? What deck are you heading towards?
Shit's fucked. I need help. We need to head to. Honestly, we might just head back to the original ship to get ourselves patched up a tiny bit and just. You know what? I know that the captain is ushering these people out. Let's go try and find the captain. Maybe I'll tell him the situation and that I need to get a little patched up. But I'm just rushing the fuck away from Dexy.
Fantastic. Can you give me an observation roll, please?
Absolutely.
Baby time.
I got 2 successes.
Okay. Then maybe it's the lights are starting to come on as the temperature seems to be stabilizing a bit. The walls are shining with this melting condensation of the frost from space. You're seeing things are dripping. It looks like this place has been sitting inside of a swamp for God knows how many years. And with the increased lights going on in this tunnel or in this hallway, you're heading back to the captain. You're hearing the sounds of shouting. And that's when you see something small is barreling at you
What
across,
the fuck is that thing?
across the wall. And oh, good. Okay. It lunges towards your face. I will permit you a mobility roll to try and duck as this thing is going across the wall and then jumps with this hiss. It's about the size of a small dog.
Yeah, we see this and we try to make ourselves small so we don't get hit. Oh wow, that's a good one. I got 3 successes.
Oh,
Very good because I got 2 successes.
Oh,
So
thank
this thing all the way across like launches back your head and then scampers down the stairs as you are running. You can increase your stress by 1 because I don't think you got a very good look at whatever the fuck that was, but this is bad. Are you
Yeah, I'm gonna radio in. Something just went down to deck C.
Wilson, Davis, and Cham, what are you all doing down in the reactor room? The door is thudding with each impact. You are hearing this howl from inside. Cham, you are seeing that as this artificial person is welding things, it doesn't look like the center of the door is going to hold mass at this rate, as it is busting through.
We've got to get out of here right
Should-
now.
So were we kind of in orbit of a planet, or are we in the middle of deep space right now?
Last
we're in
you
deep
saw,
space.
you were pretty far into deep space.
Okay. I was gonna say we should set this thing to autopilot and just crash into a moon or something.
This thing ain't going. This thing ain't going anywhere. When I checked the engines, they're not connected. So
Okay.
it's not going anywhere. We've got to leave right now. That door is not going to hold.
I completely agree.
So back to the stairs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless you have
Yes.
Heading back up to
Tomas.
the stairs or to the junction as you're climbing up. Miller, what are you doing at all of this?
So where am I? I'm in the junction. I'm not
You
quite
are on
umbilicus.
deck A, coming out of the cryo chamber. I imagine you were heading. You're kind of in this T area of the hallway as you were heading up towards the umbilicus in junction A1.
Jesus Christ.
Rye
Get
is
a
coming
grip,
down.
Miller. Get a grip. I'm gonna hold my breath and inject the drug that makes me not wig out.
Okay. As you inject this drug to try and calm down and reduce this stress, you all hear broadband across all of your general channels.
Warning, displacement drive malfunction. Cascade failure imminent. Fission reactor overload in T-minus 10 minutes.
Not good, not good. Is that coming from
That's coming from the Montero.
from the Montero?
What the fuck?
We gotta get over to Montero.
Someone overloading our fission drive?
Shit.
And that is where we're going to end it this
Oh
session.
my god.
Ah, insane. Holy
I'm not
shit.
stressed. I'm not
Jesus
stressed.
Christ.
I'm not-
And like thankfully that happens as you are actively the Naproline is kicking in.
the image of Squidward's eyes, bloodshot opening.
So for next week, do we need to come with backup characters already? Because
I think Alex just found them.
Coincidence, there's 5.
Yeah, well, 4 now.
There's
That
4
one
now.
dude's head
Oh yeah, I
exploded.
forgot.
That's bad.
So since
Well-
Alex killed him, kind of, he doesn't get a
I didn't
backup.
kill him.
Exactly, you didn't kill him.
I know, I should have.
Oh no, or do you get the baby alien as your backup character?
That would be sweet. That would
Dude,
be
that's
sweet.
fucked up. What's happening?
Yeah, so like, oh man, it's so like this was growing inside him, and little arms came out his mouth, right?
Mhm.
Man, he would have had to have felt that. Like, ugh,
That's pretty cool.
and terrible.
I thought we were just gonna fight like a regular xenomorph. I didn't know there was different types of aliens. This is my little limited alien knowledge. Pretty cool. I like where it's
Yeah.
going.
Well, I am very excited to pick back up next week as we handle whatever this clusterfuck is. For everybody at home, thanks for listening to RPG Reanimators for another episode of It's Alive. We'll see you next week, whenever all of this is going to get resolved. And this was all a huge misunderstanding, and everyone's going to go home.
It's gonna be great.
Yes, sir.
I love the company.
We're a
Get
family.
on the
The
Montero.
pizza party's gonna go crazy when we get back.
Yeah, Wilson, are we getting a pizza party out of this deal if we get off of here?
Maybe
Or
one topping.
You're actually only up to a
$10
waffle
gift
party.
cards.
What's that like?
You're only up to a waffle party, unfortunately.
Oh,
That sounds pretty good. I'd do like a waffle.
You get just gift cards.
Tomato
Hallmark
flavored
cards.
rations.
No, but the places we don't go, like they give us the long haul truckers Aeropostale gift cards. Like, what the fuck are we gonna do with this?
Thanks for listening. Be sure to check out the RPG Reanimators podcast for horror scenario reviews, interviews, gaming discussions, and more.